Okay, here we are again. Intro has played. Eyelid is itchy. Hi. Okay, we will wait a couple of minutes and we'll get started. And this is the file right here. Okay. I'm gonna take a drink. Hopefully by the time I'm done, be 4:31. And then we'll get moving. Alright. Adjust my posture here so I'm not slouching. That ain't good for my back. I already got enough problems I'm gonna have to deal with going on further in my life because I'm tall enough to where I'll have back problems eventually. Shouldn't slouch because that'll cause even more problems. Am I right? And speaking of causing more problems, we're about to get in a whole lot of trouble here because once we're done here in the power plant, well, ideally the Lokpala will be able to hold off Angel's forces until we can get there, and then we can kind of beat them back and, you know, make them retreat. And then we don't even have to worry about blowing this place up. If we can manage that one and we can just shut the power down, well, at that point we'll be golden goose. Then we can go try to soothe God once Sarah finally wakes up, and, you know, then the whole world will be hunky-dory. And you already know it's definitely not going to happen that way, knowing the way that this game has done its story so far. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Digital Devil Saga 2, the Stream Edition. Last time, we decided to hit up the power plant to try to disable the generator that is currently supplying power to the egg installation to allow God to, you know, absorb the entire planet, which is just not cool of him. Her, them, whatever. God, probably them would be appropriate for God because God doesn't really have a gender. So yeah, we're trying to do that. We finished up basically the entirety of the power plant. After this save point, there's approximately 30 to 45 minutes worth of boss fight and cutscenes that you need to get through before you can save again. So if you're around here, make sure you get everything that you need from here. Make sure you explore every nook and cranny if you really want to go hunting for Omoi Khan or whatever you're doing. Make sure you do that before you go past the save point, because once you get into the next door, they don't give you a strong presence emanates from behind this door warning either, to let you know. You just go there and you hit up a switch, and all of a sudden you're on you're on an unstoppable train to the end of this dungeon. In terms of what I did between last time and this time for setups, mainly just got... I have Argel, Roland Gale in here. I was thinking about bringing CeeLo as well, but I don't think we'll need him. You want to have Void Electric or Electric Repel, or if you have it, Electric Drain would be the preferable one on as many people as possible. Thankfully, I have at least Void Electric on everybody in the party, and Electric Repel for everybody else. I think I might swap Gale's, Flame Breath out for, well, I was thinking maybe I'd swap it out for Vile Blade, but because it might actually come in handy for us for this particular fight if I use it. Actually, how about I swap out Hell Fang for Vile Blade? Because Hell Fang is nice to have, but it's also not... because I have a single target move already, I have Aguilau for Gale, so I don't really need him to explicitly be working on using Hellfang. If I need to use Hellfang for single target physical damage, then I'll just have Roland do it because Roland has it equipped as well. Mainly, the main thing that you want to have is you want to have some earth damage somewhere. Try to have Tsukikaja, Makikaja if you can. Get some electric resistances as far as you can across the board. Argila is mainly going to be there for Terunda-ing and shooting things in this fight, because there's an earth weakness that we can exploit. There's also a fire weakness we can exploit, so Agilao and Maragian that Gale can do with other people will be preferable, and that's what we'll be doing. I also have CeeLo equipped with... excuse me. Actually, I need to equip him with Atma bonus, but I have him equipped with Void Mute just in case. I don't think we're going to need him to have that, but it's there just in case anyway. Oh, yeah, also, the other thing that I got is I got CeeLo. I finished him up on... I actually did, it was about 5 minutes worth of grinding in between the last episode and this one, because I realized I should have gotten him Tsukikaja first before I went and started working on Adamant to get him Pulin Pop, because Tsukikaja will come in more handy for us in the near future for him. So I went and got him that, along with finishing... I think we finished Adamant, so I basically just finished up Karma so he could get Tsukikaja. It took 3 battles, and that was it. So that's that. Now I just gotta hope that the Astoma Spray holds up all the way through this hallway, because I don't feel like fighting anything in this hallway on the way to the boss fight, especially not the way that I am. And in addition to that, I also need to hope that the Astoma Spray holds up within this very room, because, well, if you don't go over here and grab that little section before the door, you won't fill your map out entirely. For this area, which is just not good because, well, you'll see in a minute. First things first, let's inspect the console and begin the point of no return for this dungeon. Things are about to go downhill rather quickly. Apparently not for us, though, because Locala are doing a pretty good job of keeping the soldiers preoccupied.
What's taking so long?
The Lokapala are smarter than we thought. I'm sorry. We are unable to fight effectively in that narrow corridor.
Couldn't you just, transform and then go into the corridor and shrug off the bullets and kill them? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't give the evil geniuses any mad ideas.
Prepare to release Meganada.
Oh, what the Speaking of mad ideas...
Consider that?
It's perfect. They'll die exactly like in the myth.
Yeah, but won't you die? Look at that thing!
Put the Cyber Shaman in danger too?
Won't you die too?
If she's killed, then our liberation won't...
Have faith in me. I'll bring you your liberation.
Ma'am!
Uh-huh. And how, pray tell, do you plan on doing that?
It's futile.
Well, I have a hunch.
As long as she desires this, we can do nothing.
I'm not sure if I can say it yet, though, without getting into story spoilers.
It won't be long.
Wonder what she meant by that, though. Yeah, maybe we'll figure it out later. For now, let's go back to stage right so we can exit through the door after Roland's done singeing his arm for the umpteenth time. You really should roll up your sleeves before you do that, Roland. One of these times your jacket's gonna catch on fire. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. I'd like to see you try. Okay, well, they're gonna try. Where they're gonna get with it, I don't know, probably nowhere. So, we have a boss fight against Nagas, and then Raha Naga will join us eventually in the reinforcements. This fight is more annoying than anything else, but let's start it off right. We'll start getting some damage off. We gotta start by getting our buffs up too, so I'm gonna work on that while we're at it. And let's see, I could Flame Breath, but I might want to Electric Repel, actually. If you have Void Mute, you might want to use it here. I had it on Roland, but I decided not to bring it. I think we'll be okay with just the electric repellents and everything. We should be able to get through it. But try to get your debuffs up. This is the main reason why you might want Void Mute, because they can cast Makijam on, which is just not ideal for us, of course, because I kind of need to be able to cast in order to do this stuff. So let's just get rid of that while we're at it. Actually, here's what I might do instead, is I might revert Argela. We want to try to get all of our buffs up before we finish this wave of enemies, so that way they don't, the reinforcements can appear and do whatever they're going to do, and, you know, you don't have to worry about it too much. Okay, so I could cure you right now, which wouldn't be a terrible idea. Let's do that. And then I could skip Argela's turn and get Electric Repel up. This is why you want to have Electric Repel on as many people as possible, or avoid Electric, because it'll just help with this section here. Unfortunately, these guys love, and I mean love, casting Void Fire to make your job harder. That will become a problem later on, but for now we won't worry about it, because they're also weak to Earth, so Quake Shot a Go-Go. Yeah, as you can see, quite a bit of damage off of that. Let us do a Sukakaja. I'll do an Electric Repel as well, I think. Or do I do a Vile Blade? I think I do a Vile Blade to try to get rid of that one on the end. And then I'll just Electric Repel with Roland. Okay, didn't quite get rid of him. But yeah, we're trying to get all of our buffs up before we move along here, so that's what I'm going to do. Make this a little easier. The debuffs aren't as important. We got Terrunda up. That's the important part for this one. For this particular section, anyway. As you can see, they can use anything up to Zeodyne, so that's pretty damaging if you let them get it off, but yeah, we won't worry about that. I think this guy should be dead now after that Vile Blade plus Quake Shot here. Well, not quite, but almost. Let's see, I got my Sukakaja up, so let's do this. And then we will Vile Blade again. Okay, that gets rid of 2 of them. That's good, and then we want to... Do I want to keep Argela in this form, or do I want her to swap back yet? I want her to swap back, not this turn, but next turn before we kill this guy. So, let's just pass, and then do one of these. There we go. That's working. So we want her to swap back into this form here before we move along, because we want her in that form so we can get off some major damage on the first turn when the reinforcements pop up, which should be right about now-ish, almost. Okay. I could Medea, but I'll do that next turn. No big deal. Let's just get rid of this guy now that we're all buffed up. So we'll get our press turns back from the reinforcements, but we want to start this off right, of course, with a good solid Miragion. Everybody on the field is weak to fire, so that's why you want to use it as much as you can. But I'm sure you can see the problem with how this is all going to go, based on the fact that we have all of these all these Nagas and then Raha Naga himself. So now Raha Naga is different from the regular Nagas because he actually nullifies Earth. So you can get press turns by using Tarazi on his reinforced Nagas, but that doesn't really help you when it comes to you know, the other stuff, like actually damaging the boss enough to kill him. I might Flame Breath here. I'm going to do that. See how well it does with the +2. Oh, that's not bad. Alright, let's get a Medea up. I'd like to Terrunda, but we'll do that next turn. I need to keep Gale alive first, and then let's do an Electric Repel. By the way, before Raha Naga pops up, you want to have everyone cured of their mute status, because if you don't, they'll use an enemy combo attack called Conviction, which you'll see what it does in a second. It does some pretty solid physical damage. It takes up 2 of their press turns. Now, as you can see, here's the problem. They like using Void Fire, which makes it so that Raha Naga's one and only weakness is completely nullified. Not cool. So this is where the annoyance really comes in this fight, is that you have to deal with the fact that Raha Naga, his reinforcements like to give him Void Fire. But the main thing I was going to say there is if you didn't cure mute status on anybody, Conviction instantly kills anyone inflicted with mute. So make sure you cure that, because otherwise you won't have a good day. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's do a Quake Shot. That will give me 3 flashing press turns. Then I can throw a medical kit, I can Electric Repel, and I can go from there. Maybe I'll do this. Because I think I can take out both of the reinforcements this turn with Vile Blade if I... Oh, okay, well that'll work too. Yeah, I really want to throw a medical kit here. I'd like to take out the other guy as well, and I think I should be able to because Gale has electric repel. Actually, I'm going to throw a tool, medical tool, because we'll get 150 back from the kit, but we'll get 300 back from this and pop us all back to instantly at the top of our HP bars, which is where we want to be. Okay, let's get rid of the Naga, and then let's electric repel, and ideally we'll get the chance to tear on the next turn. And now you start to see where the annoyance comes in, because once you get rid of his reinforcements, he'll just summon more, and they will constantly spam Void Fire, which will prevent you from killing him. It doesn't make the fight necessary. I mean, it makes the fight drag on longer. It doesn't make the fight harder, it just makes it more annoying. But we can take out his Naga reinforcements every single turn by doing this, and Vile Blades. So that should, at the very least, make our job a little easier anyway. Yeah, we'll do that. See, yeah, we can get rid of the reinforcement. I can swap Argila over. We can get an electric repel off because of the change ring. I gave her that, by the way, instead of the trick ring, so just in case you're wondering why we could do that. And now we can finally get Secunda off, which is what I've been wanting to do this whole time. Okay, so he'll also use Vanity. Not that it really does him much good, unless it gets everybody with something. Kind of like that. Although, we really only got Argila with the Panic, so that's fun. How do I want to do this? Yeah, Vanity is probably the most dangerous thing you could see in the fight, other than the reinforcements that he can constantly spam. So we'll just try to do this. Okay, well, that didn't work. So, hey, Marie, how's it going? Aloha. Why are you in Garuda's Wind Spiral? That is a good question. Apparently, Rahanaga really likes the Wind Spiral for some reason. I don't know. I got nothing. So let's do this. We'll just spend this turn healing a little bit and getting our electric repel back up. I'd like to get Terrunda off, but we can do that after he stops getting status effects on me. Like this turn, when he's going to get Void Fire again. Yep. That is a high priority thing, by the way. The Nagas will constantly, that will be their top priority when they are reinforced into battle. And I think he has about a 50% chance, roughly, that's anecdotal evidence, of actually using reinforcement when he summons them into battle. So that's just gross, and I hate it. But anyway, we can take care of it by doing, you know, this. Ow. I'll fix that in a second. Let's do what we normally do, which is this. We'll get our press turns, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, let's do that. That should kill the Naga. Should. Yes, it did. Okay. That's the main thing you want to do, is you want to make sure you're killing the Naga, because that's the most important thing, because he can't keep spamming Void Fire if you kill him, so. But I need to use Electric Repel on this turn, so let's go do that. Eventually we might get Terrunda up. If we don't, it's not a huge deal, but I'd like to get it up. Yes, the game does in fact have a script behind it like it's supposed to. In this turn we actually got lucky because he didn't actually use Void Fire. Like I said, it's not an always thing, but there is a fair chance of it happening, so. Okay, so let's transform Argila back. We'll probably be able to get Terrunda off this time. Because I should be able to get off enough damage with my Agis and everything to actually... Well, let's see. Maybe. Well, we'll see in a second after I cure Mute there. That's what I'm trying to cure. There we go. Because I also need to Medea, so that might not really happen this turn. Let's just do this. See what we get out of it. There we go. And then we Medea. And then we Electric Repel. And we'll take care of the Naga next turn. It's not a huge loss if you don't take care of him. Just as long as they don't have... I think that he needs 2 reinforcements in order to use Conviction, so... Roland, you really need to stop that. Alright, let's do this. We'll slowly get rid of the ye old Naga. It's no big deal, though, that Roland keeps getting muted. I'd like to use him to get some damage off, but it's not strictly necessary if he doesn't, so... It's just a matter of, as long as they don't use Void Fire, that's your main thing here. We can finally get Terrunda off, so that's good. Wonder what it'd feel like swapping between bodies multiple times in a short time frame. Probably pretty freaking weird. Like, just suddenly gain and lose 3 feet of height, and your arms turning into whips the whole time. It's gotta be an odd sensation. Okay, well, we're getting there because he said that line, so he's probably at like 50%. course, he's going to drag it out now that I said that, but, you know, that's just how it normally works. No big deal. I'm used to it. Alright, so let's transform. We'll Tarazi. We'll Vile Blade. We'll Quake Shot. Just like that. And then, what do I want to do here? I want to Electric Repel. But I might Hell Fang because, I mean, it's the physical damage, so it'll actually do damage to him this turn, which is what I want. And then I can do this. Because mainly on the turns where they use Reinforcement Void Fire, those are the turns where you're probably not going to get a whole lot of offense on the boss himself. Thankfully, we do have Great Chakras. Yeah, that's the item. We have Great Chakras, we have Somas, we have things that'll cure the whole party's SP. If for some godforsaken reason this takes so long that my SP runs out, or my MP rather, SP is a different game. So, but I don't think it's going to take that. So, I hope it's not going to take that long anyway. Yeah, I can medical kit. Oh look, another Naga. Stop twirling your spear for no reason, you shall. He's just showing off. That's all he's doing. He's just, look at this fancy trick I learned. That's all. Okay, Maka Jam is fine, especially with Arjula's high magic. Although I'm not sure if having high magic actually makes any difference in terms of like avoiding damage, or rather avoiding statuses. I think it's just a flat percentage chance. So, okay, so let's do this. We will Flame Breath to get rid of him, hopefully. Yep, good. And then, yeah, why don't we transform again? Just to preserve our press turns. We'll get some more damage off. I can't use Tarazi on him, by the way. I mentioned at the beginning of the fight, but I can't use Tarazi on him to do damage because he nullifies Earth, so... He's not like the other Nagas. He actually learned his lesson. Ow. Ow. Quit it. Okay, how about we do this just to get a couple of press turns? I could Electric Repel right now, and then Medea in a minute. That seems like a good idea. Okay, there we go. Let's get a Medea off, and then what do I do with Roland? I guess I just Hellfang. Nice! Good work, Roland. You got him. So yeah, that fight's more annoying than it is difficult, just because he can kind of get in a bit of a loop where he just reinforces Void Fires every single turn. But, yeah, we got him. It's fine. And we mastered Hades, so now Arjula can start working on Medea when we get to the next save points. That's good. Roland's almost there with Violent God, but we'll worry about that later. He'll get there. Okay, Arjula got more magic. That's good. Need to, like, swap her Strength and Vitality. Well, she got Vitality out of the level, so that at the very least is good. Roland got Strength and Vitality. Gale got Strength and Magic. All good things. It does change from franchise to franchise, that's true. Yeah, it's stuff that lets you use magic. That's all. Yeah, we got a Hope Diamond out of that fight. That's the best diamond that you can get for equipping in your accessories in the game, so that'll help. Oh, that's not good. And that's even worse. They're having a bad day, Roland.
They broke through our defenses.
Yeah, you don't say.
What could have happened to them?
I don't think we want to know.
I'm not sure, but I don't like it.
No, neither do I.
This is my mess. You guys keep moving.
Are you sure? We could go back and help. Well, technically we need to have somebody go, you know, turn off the generator, so.
I can handle them. I'm a clever one after all.
I don't think you know what you're getting into here, Roland.
Roland! The embryon's color. It stands for victory. Remember that.
Let's just hope it brings him victory and not something a lot worse. He did barely get off Indra there. Someone else with Roland's pet. Someone else who definitely doesn't like Indra. So you didn't see the cutscene that happened before the boss fight there, so you might be a little in the dark about it. But Roland left the party. Thankfully, he gave us back the Rich Ring before he left, so I'm going to give it to CeeLo now. So, there we go. Let's give Argel back the Trick Ring. But yeah, there is something that Angel decided to sick on the Lokapala. We'll see it in a minute, don't worry. It's not good. Oh, okay, so here, actually, one of the advantages that I had to actually getting Pulinpa before everything else is now I can actually have CeeLo in the party to do this. I can set Dia on him, so he can heal. Actually, I'm going to set it on Argela, because she has a higher magic stat, so Dia will be a little more useful for her to use, because it's cheap healing, so, you know. What else does she need? She needs Consume. Put that back there. I had Quick Escape on just in case we got into an encounter so I could try to run away from it, but, well, thankfully it didn't happen before the boss fight, so that's at least good. What else do you want? You want Tsukakaja, because that will be useful to you. I ended up getting Tsukakaja and I didn't even need it on CeeLo because I didn't even use him in the boss fight, but that's okay. No big deal. Don't need Mutual Karma on anybody at the moment because we have swapped our party around for a little while Roland goes and takes care of business. But you want to have Agilao and Zionga on, because I didn't get Zionga for CeeLo, so... we want to give you AP Divide, Iron Stomach, and Just Mana, and I think we're good. We got Terunda, we got Secunda, we got Pulinpa, so we've got Tentarafu back. Fantastic. Okay. You got backlog to sift through? You went through all your food and supplies earlier? Oh, that's not good. Didn't even use half of what you got last week. Might end up spending less than 40 on groceries tomorrow. Well, that at least is good, though. Because, you know, getting to spend a little bit less on groceries is pretty nice. We are down to 3 party members. This is getting really bad. I think Roland will be okay. He knows how to handle himself. He's clever. Okay, so let's head this way while we're waiting through here. Oh, you searched through all your food supplies. I was going to say, going through all... Yeah, went through all of them is a different story altogether. Oh, good. Power data when the person that probably needed it just left my party for a little bit. Fantastic. Yeah, we'll figure that out eventually. Let's just finish looting, and then we'll head to the generator room. What else we got here? Ah, Sakura. Nice. Needless to say, I was thinking about something while the Sakura popped up, which was what the delayed reaction was for. Needless to say, because Roland closed the door on us there, we actually can't go back at this point, so if you needed to save and turn it off, congratulations, you get to do Rahanaga's boss fight again. Okay, well that's the main power room. Unfortunately, Roland isn't in the party with us, so we can't break the console to open the door. We'll worry about that later if we ever need to get into the main power room, but for now we just need to get to the control room so we can shut the generator off. And the control room's right over there. Here's the exit. I'm just going to fill this out because map completion. But I think somebody stops you before you go there, so... Yeah, so Fred stops you before you can get to the exit. But map completion, so there you go. Fantastic. Yep, here's the control room. So we'll worry about that door later. For now... Let's shut this thing off. Who's preserving flowers in these things? Maybe there's a botanist on the team of scientists? I don't know. Alright, Gale, do the technological stuff that you, for some reason, know how to do. We still haven't figured out why he knows how to do this, but don't worry, they explain it. Oh, there we go. Power down. Kind of figured they'd have a backup generator, but... Surely a backup generator isn't enough to stream all that data to God, right?
Shut it down.
Oh, god damn it. Why not? Also, good morning, sunshine.
A replica of God doesn't require man-made energy.
Well, that's just fucking great, isn't it?
How do we stop it?
What do you mean, no? We gotta be able to stop it, Sarah. The Earth can't just die. This isn't the bad ending.
Do you read me?
Oh, okay. Status report
Roland?
from the other party. Oh, that's not good. I hope that's not whose blood I think it is.
Stop the transmission.
Oh, it's whose blood I think it is. Well, shit.
We can't.
Don't give up. There has to be a way.
I mean, I don't know about that one.
Where are you, Roland? We're coming.
Don't bother. This thing's a monster.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't think there's a lot we can do.
Well, back to the original plan.
I have one trick up my sleeve. I'll overload the reactor and blow this place sky high.
Yeah, but if you do that...
You need to get out of here.
Oh, he knows that already.
You can't do that.
Great.
Fred, I'm sorry. It's all my fault that your dad died. I'm just a coward.
Conker, you are just in time. I'll explain in a minute. It's not good, though.
Back on him. He was my best friend. That saved my life.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what the fuck is that thing?
And then I just wasted it. The funny thing about karma, it goes round and round. And in the end, it comes back to bite you. It's just my turn this time. Right, Greg?
Okay, I know I'm a bit of a jackass sometimes, but I had to be quiet because that scene is just top notch. I had to shut up. There was no choice. Fred, I am pretty sure Roland's about to make a heroic sacrifice. That doesn't mean go for the door. Fred, no!
There's nothing we can do. Let go of me.
You gotta let him do it, man. He made his choice.
Everyone! They're risking their lives for you! Listen to me. You have to come to your senses.
There's always something worth fighting for, Sarah. Snap out of it! See? Even he says there's always something worth fighting for.
Sir. It's you, isn't it?
I mean, he had to wait for a miracle, but okay.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
So,
sorry.
you ready to fight now, or what?
Take
Bit of
me
a
back to
crash
the
course,
UGG.
but, you know. Okay, she's gonna fight with us. Good.
I'll try. I'll try to talk to God. You guys go. I'm gonna stay behind and help Roland.
Okay, but literally why, though?
I'm sorry, Argilla.
You know what's gonna happen when you go through that door. Oh, she knows what... She knows what's... These people are starting to make decisions on their own. Oh, man.
What do you mean? Help Roland. You can't fight that thing.
Okay, let's remember, CeeLo. The best thing Argilla is a distraction.
I'll catch up. Okay?
Remember that from the last game, she was a distraction. Unfortunately, Atlas only wants her to be a distraction, so that's gonna lead to a bit of an untimely problem here for her, but
Let's go.
she made her decision. It's not a good one, but, well... Okay, so Argilla's out of the party too. But Sarah has inherited all of Surf's power, and she's joined the party. So we're back to 3 party members. Thankfully, CeeLo and Gale don't just have to fight by themselves. It would not work out if they did. Okay, I need to catch up to chat, so let me catch up to chat. Let's see. That's to say the junkyard has no need for computers. Yes, exactly. The junkyard existed outside of the computers that didn't need them, so the backup generator was. Yeah, so... At the beginning of the stream, before we fought Rahanaga, Angel said release Meganata, which was the thing that was frozen back in the egg installation, and that's why Roland was dying, because it's Meganata. It's also known as Indrajit. It kills Indra in the myth. So, yeah, he doesn't stand a chance, which might be why Argel is going to help him at this point, because he has no chance whatsoever of victory. She also has no chance whatsoever of victory, let's be clear. But, I mean, between the two of them, hopefully they'll be able to blow the reactor. That's the point here. So, and I'm going to assume the literally makes no sense part is about the Argilla's tears causing Sarah to inherit Surf's power. It actually kind of makes a little bit of sense, because let's remember from DDS1, Argilla's tears have magical powers due to her demon form being Prithivi, or Prithvi, however you pronounce it. It's like a consort of Shiva, if I remember right from Hindu mythology. But Prithivi's thing is that her tears have healing properties. In this game, they reinterpreted that a little bit, but the reason why she was able to do that was because, let's remember back when we killed Janana, Argilla's tears activated Janana's emotions. And the last person that Argilla cried on before we started this whole thing was Surf back in DDS1 when we went through the deserted ship and she almost died. So there is a connection. It's not a strong connection, but I can kind of see it. And I mean, I'm okay with it. It doesn't have to be okay with everybody else, but I'm okay with it. So... Is this how they chose to ham-fist a 3-man party composition, get Sarah and lose Argilla? Sort of. Yeah, sort of. Anyway, before we do anything else, let's move along here. Talk with everybody about the terrible, terrible decisions we've made today. Yeah, well, we're going to do our best there, Fred, but... probably because 2 of our friends are about to die, CeeLo. I mean, that usually takes the words right out of your mouth. So... I don't think we ever find out what's behind this door. For good reason, because, I mean, consider where this place is about to go. So, are you sure about this? Well, fair enough. We'll do the best we can for you. We'll make the sacrifice worthwhile. What do you mean? Well... I mean, yeah, that's what I was just saying. They're making sacrifices in order for us to succeed, so we have to make their sacrifice worth it by actually doing the best we can to make our own sacrifices succeed. So, we're ready. Okay, what could you comprehend? Hey, look, the thing I was just saying. Awesome. Probably because I've played this before, so I was about to take the words right out of his mouth. Yeah, hopefully not, because the world kind of needs us now, but... Yeah, even if you're powerless in a situation, you can keep fighting. That's the important thing here. And when you keep fighting, yeah, things change. The world becomes larger, your horizons expand, and you end up being in better shape than you otherwise would be. Okay, so we got to get Sarah into the party. I'm going to do something real quick, just for a second, because I don't want to show her. I don't want to show that. Okay, I think that's good. I just need to check her abilities real quick. Yeah, I think she's good. Sarah inherited Surf's power. She inherited all of Surf's moves. She was out of the party, so that's why she had no party icon there. So she still doesn't have access to Consume or AP Divide or any of that stuff. She has Iron Stomach, but she doesn't have the rest. But we'll get that for her without too much trouble here. But we'll figure that out in a minute. For now, let's get Zanma back on CeeLo, because he's our healer now. So he's got to have that. Let's see. I know you want Pulinpa. What else do I want for you? Foul Breath isn't really all that worth it for now. Could Makakaja. I kind of like having Tsukakaja on multiple people, though, because it just makes it easier to do stuff. So, and you just need Zionga and Dia, because we have our party comp back in terms of, you know, how Surf, CeeLo, and Gale was originally in terms of a party. So, okay. And we could check out Sarah's stats, but they're exactly the same as Surf's were. And also, if I check the stats screen, we'll see what her demon form is. So we don't want to spoil it just yet. Yeah, cue the censor black screen. Unfortunately, you can spoil yourself with a couple of things in this game before they actually happen. So, but we'll make it so we can do that. Sort of makes sense now. Not amazing, but it's there. So that little detail about Argela's Tears is probably the most convoluted story element in this game. Thankfully, it's all uphill from here. So, please make sure to fight it in demon form until your last breath. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, so she was out of the party, and that's why she didn't have a party icon. But okay, we're ready to go. No, we're not, because CeeLo doesn't have the trick ring. Let's give that to him real quick, because he's got the rich ring right now, so we don't want that. Argela gave us the trick ring back before she left, of course. So, all right, we're all ready to go. Let's get out there, team. We'll go do the best we can, because Argela and Roland, well, they're about to do the best they can, but against that thing, well, it might not be enough. Oh, god damn it. Are you serious, dude? What do you think this is? Do you really you're the last one left? Like, come on now. Alright, Sarah, let's show them what we're made of. Yeah, never got the fish person vibe from Surf's demon form, but Sarah's looks an awful lot like a hot pink Sahagin. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Anyway, we got a couple of these guys to deal with again, so let's just Mabufala and murder them viciously. Goodbye. As you can see, Sarah has inherited most of Surf's everything, including his ridiculous magic power, so that should come in handy for us. And CeeLo got a level up. Nice. Very good, very good. Okay, let's get out of here, Scoob! That reactor's about to blow! I'm probably going to be quiet for this part again, too, because this is a really good scene, too. Oh, Argela, I don't know. We might be a little late to the party here. Oh, fan-fucking-tastic. Alright, dig deep, Argela. This is gonna take a lot. Yeah, that's pretty deep. Okay, well, you got it. Ow! Got it off. Ow! Like, good lord, man. Thing's a fucking monster, it's like he said. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Ooh, that's clever. Clever girl. God damn it, Atlas! She was gonna do one cool thing! Come on. Unfortunately, Argela can only ever be a distraction. Thankfully, it worked out okay for us, at the very least. Do it, Roland! Kill him with... Well, I was gonna say fire, but... Kill him with electricity! Well, that went incredibly south. But at least we don't have to fight Meganata now. I know it cost 2 of our friends to do it, but... yeah. Really, really like that whole ending sequence there. Really good, Atlas. Fantastic job. makes the deaths feel meaningful. Whole 9 yards. It's great. It's fantastic. I approve. Very good. Yeah, we are really, really fucked at this point, considering. But again, thankfully, we don't have to fight Meganata now. So now it's just Angel that we got to deal with, and then we'll be fine after that. Of course, we got to actually talk to God and soothe him, but you know, that's just we'll figure that part out. Okay, so let's check Sarah's stats out now that I can do that. Nice. So yeah, she inherited Surf's stats, and also I think she gets a slight boost to her strength. Well, basically everything. She gets like a couple of points on it because Surf starts with like 4 in those, so now she's got like 8 or 9. It's dependent on how many levels, the level difference between where Sarah is now and where Surf was when he left the party. So she gained levels based on her level up chart up to that point. It's kind of hard to explain, but she doesn't level like Surf. You don't give her points. She levels by herself. So she gained points up to the point where she would have been if she started where Surf's level was and then leveled up herself. So, yes, that is in fact a giant hole in the bubble. So I hope you have Atma forms because, well, when the sun... Well, actually, when the sun comes up, we're all dead. But, like, when the sun comes up, everyone here is turning to stone. That's just fucking great. But yeah, it's nighttime now, so that's actually not a problem. They mentioned that earlier in the game. At night, you can actually walk around outside because the sun is down. So you can't get QVA syndrome if you walk around outside of the bubble. It's just during the day where you have to be inside the bubble or else you get fucked unless you have Atma, so... Yeah, he still has an exclusive MC power, unfortunately, and also, unfortunately for me, it's sitting at the bottom of the egg installation while being impaled, so, yeah. Did Roland's philosophical jargon just carry over to you, Gale, or what? You guys like talking in riddles, apparently. Yeah, well, that's 5 down. What is that? Surf, Heat, Madame QVA... Roland and Argela. Good lord, man. But yeah, we got a job to do. We better go do it because that's what all of them would have wanted. So, well, maybe not Madame QVA, but the rest of them, yeah, for sure. Sir, that would be the least good, the worst thing you could do in this situation. That tree is providing oxygen for you. Who and why? Emotional damages? Well, unfortunately for you, when the sun comes back up, you won't live to see anything because the world's gonna disappear at the sunrise, so. The sun, that's what could cause that. Nope, you're all fucked. Goodbye. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. If you had 10 more levels, you could have maxed your magic after gouging it anyways. That's true. That's true, we could have. And I mean, if we had gotten enough Omoicons to pop up before Surf's untimely demise, we probably could have gouged it, you know, and just gone there. And if I hadn't leveled up Vitality, we definitely could have gouged it. We would have been at 99 magic by this point and starting working on our Vitality, but it's kind of hard to use the magic if we're dead. So I said, you know what, let's just get our magic and our Vitality up pretty evenly so that when Sarah inevitably inherits Surf's power, which I knew up beforehand this time, she'll be in pretty good shape to just pick up right where Surf left off, so. Okay, let's go to the urban area, then we'll head back to base and we'll restock while we're there, and then we'll go from there. Because we have a lot of items to sell and, you know, sift through, so. Where is the world going to end at sunrise? What'd you miss in 1.5 streams? So, At the end of the egg installation, when Surf died, Heat impaled Surf, and then Surf dragged him into the bottom of the egg installation, which ended up killing the both of them. And this caused Sarah such a ridiculous amount of emotional trauma that the Earth's data was being uploaded from the egg installation to God at the sun at a rate of something absurd, like almost 1,000 zettabytes per second. So, they showed a scene outside of the city, outside of the bubble, where a car and several buildings were instantly atomized and disintegrated into solar data and sent directly to God within seconds. So the whole planet is fucking getting destroyed at the moment. God is absorbing the whole planet. That's why we only have till sunrise, because, yeah, if it's 1,000 zettabytes, like, yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, the cat seems all for it, so that's good at least. Yeah, and that's precisely the problem with all of these people. They've been living in a quite literal and figurative bubble their whole lives. There is no place safe, sir. Unless you inherit Atma and join our party, and even then you're not guaranteed safety. As a matter of fact, it's probably more dangerous. So. Yes, how did you not know this? The society literally had soldiers that walked the streets turning into demons. Well, maybe they didn't do it inside the city. Because you're all dumb sheep people. You're sheeple, that's why. I don't know if it bothers them. It might eventually, but I think they're more concerned with the here and now right now, CeeLo. No, you're not, Fred. You can live on your own 2 feet. That's the important part. No, I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, this store is closed, ma'am. You can't shop anymore. The world's gonna end. I don't think that store is opening up ever again. Inside the city, they probably just use guns to solve shit. It's outside the bubble that they tuned. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably fair, just to, you know, not alert the populace of everything, so. Alright, let's go back to base. I know the world's getting absorbed at a rate that is absolutely uncalled for and unheard of, but let's get restocked first before we go any further here. Oh, congratulations! Good for her. I am a little sad because that, but, you know. You mean until you come up with a new one, right? You're not gonna... Okay, fine, whatever. It doesn't matter. Or they just stab people. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, they could have just, you know, stabbed them, smacked them in the head with the... Because you can kind of use their rifles like swords, basically, or like... Not swords, because it doesn't have a sharp edge, but like a club, essentially. Like a two-handed club. But... Pyro Jack, I'm ready to buy some he-ho business from you. What do you got? You got that he orb from your he hat, and I would like it for 50,000. I'll take it. You're welcome. And we get an impel stone. Okay, cool. Thanks, buddy. So yeah, you can only ever have one impel stone at a time. He won't actually make another one until you've used that one. So what does the impel stone do that I'd be so absurd to buy it for $50,000? Let's go look, shall we? Where the hell is it? There it is. Yeah. So the impel stone lets you use Psycho Rage. One time only, but it lets you use Psycho Rage. You know, the skill that Bat used in the last game that gave him 4 flashing press turns. You can use it now. Only once, but you can use it. Well, only once until you buy another one for $50,000, but you can use it. I usually don't use it for the reason you would expect, though, like where you could use it in a boss fight to just demolish the guy. Usually what I use it for is Omoe-Kan hunting, because that gets me a couple of extra press turns with which to try to hunt the Omoe-Kan and get a bunch of experience out of it. So that's what I usually use it for. Will we use it for that here? It depends on if we find any more Omoe-Kans. It's kind of difficult to say until we find a bunch of them, but we'll figure it out, so. You made more of that teeth-rotting lemonade. Used a little too much lemon juice because you blanked and used 2 cups instead of 1.5. Oh, boy. I haven't had lemonade in a long time, though, so it kind of sounds good right about now. So. Okay, well, these two, yeah, we're still working on this stuff for right now, so. And, yeah, Sarah's still got to work on Priestess and Holy Beasts because Surf didn't have either of the above. But once she's done with that, we'll work her on some other stuff. As a matter of fact, I might work her on some other stuff before that, because she has several other mantras that I want her to work on. Excuse me, let me just take a look. Yeah, it's a last-minute nuke item, pretty much. Yeah, Nee, that's why you made some. Yeah, maybe I gotta make some at some point here. She's mainly gonna work on some level 4 mantras, like alongside Priestess and Holy Beast. She's gonna get Calm Spirit. I'm gonna have her work on status effects because they're useful in the next dungeon. Let's see. But in addition to that, I actually want to work her on electricity element stuff, because that will come in handy for us for the boss fight of the next dungeon. So I'd like to get her up to at least Mazionga if I can. And actually, let's look at her grid so I can show you. It's exactly the same as Surf left it, basically. So if we zoom out, right out, yeah, so she's got everything Surf had. She went up the buffs line over here. She's got a couple of the ailment stuff over here. She's worked on fire. She's worked on ice, so yeah, it's exactly the same as Surf left it. So what I'd like to do eventually, probably when she's done with Priestess, is I'd like to grab Protection and then grab Bolt Wizard and kind of go this way. We eventually want to get Calm Spirit. Because we're going to have Lightning, we'll have direct access to it. And then we'll go over here to Bolt Emperor. Because I got to figure, her Medea-Ramas are going to heal for like 300 health each. Because of how high her magic stat is. Her magic stat is atrocious. So that will be a lot better for us than, well, just regular Medea. So, but I got to figure out how I want to do that, because we also have to get Vidya-Raha at some point here, because Vidya-Raha gets us access to our first hit all medium status skill, Neural Shock, besides Foul Breath. But Foul Breath hits random targets. Neural Shock hits all targets, just like Tentara Fu. It can stun enemies, though, instead of... it's Nerve Elemental, basically, instead of being Panic Elemental. So I would love to get that for both CeeLo and Sarah, and I might just do that before I start working her on Electricity, but we'll figure that out as we go. So look up how much money it takes to max her one, since you have a very limited time to do so in DDS2. That is true. You do have a very limited time to do so, because, well, okay, so once you get to the final dungeon, you can kind of faff about and max out some of your characters, but some is the key word. So, okay. Well, that's our first save of the day, and it's been an hour, so that's great. All right, let's go buy and sell some stuff. So yeah, I'll probably work on finishing Priestess with Sarah. I'd like to get her Holy Beast as well, and we'll get that. I'm just probably going to work on... Oh, good, there goes my Astoma Spray. I'm going to probably work on getting her the Bolt stuff just for a little bit. Like, at least get her up to Zionga, because that shouldn't take very long by now, so... Okay, let's check our points before we move along here. We need a lot to get to rank 6. Not that there's really anything there that I care about, but, you know. What do I have to sell? I probably should buy more medical kits, because we've been using them fairly frequently here. We don't need these, so just get rid of those. We're good here. I probably need to buy a couple of Panaceas, I think. Yeah, because we've used a couple of them. You can have this odd morsel. I don't want it. There you go. Yes, exactly, yep. And actually, if you look at a low-level run of the game, it's actually pretty interesting, because a lot of people, what they do is they do that grinding method that I talked about with the Mitamas, where you do the field hunt, but you don't kill the Mitamas, and then you wait if you wait 5 solar cycles after doing a field hunt and not killing the Mitamas respawn. So then you can redo the field hunt and continue to grind up your AP that way. Now, it takes forever to do it that way, but it is an option if you're doing, let's say, like a low-level game or something like that, because then you have a very limited amount of experience, of course, that you can get in battle, because you only fight the required battles in the game. So you just use that to learn all of your mantras instead. So yes, it does keep you from getting EXP. That's the important part for the low-level game, is that if you let the Mitamas run away, you don't get any EXP. It is smart. It's very tedious, but, I mean, if you're doing it on an emulator, then it's probably less tedious, because you can just, you know, turn on fast-forward mode. Hold on to all of your data. I know we've got a lot of it, but we'll distribute it later. It's not really that important to distribute right now. We've got plenty of power to get through everything. But now for the big money. Let's get rid of all these daisies and Sakuras we've got, and that'll get us in the money. 70,000 for these 2 Sakuras. That will help. Oh. And we got something fancy. We're going to get to pick something. Let's see. Luck data, no. HP data, probably not. Let's get MP data. That seems a little more useful. Nice. Well, that helps a little bit. We want to keep those pink crystals. This Hope Diamond is going to be very useful in the future, but I'm not going to equip it just yet, because if you equip it before, like, I want to eventually put it into the... Do I want to put it in the Rich Ring? I think I want to eventually put it in the Rich Ring, but if I put it in there before I have a, what's the next level crystal? Whatever the next level crystal is that gives you +4 magic, I'll eventually have to take it out for a +4 magic crystal, and I don't want to do that because then the Hope Diamond disappears. So hold on to this. Don't put this into anything unless you're absolutely sure about it. So. No, you coward. Do it on disc. Yeah, and take like 8 times as long. I mean, you can if you want to, but... Oh man, that's a lot of tedium. You'd have to... That'd be like a job, basically. I think I'll hold... No, I'll sell a couple of these because why not? We don't need 18 of them. We'll probably never use all 18 of them. Alright, we're back in the money. Good. Let's see. I already mentioned, I think, that you can get a high magic ring if you want it. That would come in handy for boss fights, actually, because you'd get more magic out of it than you do out of the Rich Ring, but I want more money, so gotta use the Rich Ring instead. Let's buy a few of these, because I might need them. Let's buy a few of these, because I might need them too. I'm good on chakra drops. We don't need any of those. We don't need revival items. I just need a few panaceas. Let's buy 4. Just for the hell of it, because I know I'm going to use a few more of them. Estoma sprays, yes please. Let's get up to 15 again, just our normal. Again, we will have a use for magic reeds eventually, but for now, we don't really need them. Oh, she's got some new items in stock. Okay. Light Ball and Core Shield. Lights up dark areas and nulls damage zone. Interesting. Well, we don't need those right now, but keep them in mind for later, because they will come in handy, so. Someone got Cloud and Barrett to level 99 in the first area of the OG Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, that person would probably be the kind of person where they could definitely get all the mantras for everybody in this game before they all died, because, you know, that would be... that would be the kind of thing that I would, you know... They have enough patience to do that in Final Fantasy VII, so I would imagine they'd have enough patience to do mantra grinding here. Alright, anyway, that's that. Actually, we might be able to... Well, do I want to give CeeLo quick data? I guess I could. It's not like anybody else is going to need it, right? Because, like, the quick datas that we have, the only people that would use it would be CeeLo or Argela, because they're the ones who are in the front slot of the party. They're the ones using the trick ring. So, yeah, we'll just give CeeLo the quick data. What the hell, right? I mean, he's already very fast, but, well, now he's even faster, so... And we'll distribute the rest later. I'm not worried about the rest for now, but yeah, 36 agility with the trick ring on. So that'll come in handy for running away from a few things here. Not that we're going to need to, but it will probably also give him a little bit of extra avoidance, so that's good. Oh, actually, before we go, I know, terrible time to be playing video games, but... Well, I mean, you know, if they... Maybe I shouldn't lecture this kid. Let's just say we'll play with them, so that way they can, you know... It's sad because they don't have... The family doesn't have time for this kid, but it's not... It's practical to us because we can, you know, use the items that the store has, so... Did it just to stick it to a guy who said he would do it again, refused to show proof of doing it, and then said his proof is on the PS2 memory card that he would sell? Oh boy, that's fun. Okay, so now we'll let Sarah take a shot at Dio's shooter. Let's see it, Sarah. You and me. I haven't played this in 4 days, so... Oh, that's not the right button. There we go. Goes to show you how much I remember. I probably should practice this off-screen, but... No, it's not that critical, I suppose. Okay. Let's just get the hell away from that. And yeah, you can actually use the hunt attack to kill things too. I think I mentioned that last time, but if you want to, you can do that, and that'll actually kill the things there. So helps out. I think it does anyway. Makes it a little easier to follow along with things, but you know. And once we're done with this, we will head to the next dungeon. So that'll be fun. Am I going to get to kill that guy? Probably not. I'll just let Samael go. Why the hell not? Wow. Maybe watch the light balls there. Okay. Just get rid of all this stuff. I don't know how I just lived. I'll be honest with you. I have no idea how I just lived, but I'll take it. All right, Baphomet, you and me. Let's do this. Oh. Wow. Wasn't paying attention to the light balls there. I probably should have been, but I mean, it worked out. We're okay. Now. There we go. Yeah, 54,000. That's not too bad. I think. I don't know what the a good score would be here. Apparently the best score to have for the end of Stage 3 is 600,000, but I don't think we're going to get to that point. That's a little much. I don't need that, so I'll let it float to me. I've gotten killed before by not letting it float to me, so... Get the heck out of here, Kelpie. Wow. Legions. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We're good. We're good. Still good. I think. Okay. I mean that worked out okay. Yeah, I'll just let that float down here. I don't need it at the moment, so I think I'm okay for now. Let's do this. Trying to pay attention to the enemies and the bullets. It's not as easy as it might be appearing to be. Okay. Through. You don't have to kill everything on the screen. Obviously, if you leave them behind, you're going to end up getting a lower score, which is not good, because then you won't get the reward that the kid gives you at the end, but, you know. Okay. Damn it. Alright, well, I'll take it. Yeah, those were going a little fast, unfortunately. But, yeah. I'll take it. It's fine. Whoa. Where are you going to go? Right there? Alright, that's fine. But yeah, try to get out of Hecaton Kairos' way when he does that, because, well, I don't want to be anywhere in that area code. Okay, okay. Whoa. Okay. Well, hang on. We got this, I think. I can do it. I can do it. There we go. Just slide right in. Okay. Phew, that was a little close. Got him. Good. Oh, good. The bullets can't kill me when I do that. Alright, stage 2 cleared again. Yeah, we have a significant improvement since the past few times, yeah. We've been getting better each time we did it, so that at least is good. Alright, let's see how we do on stage 3 here. With, you know, only one power upgrade, but we'll figure it out. Speaking of power upgrade. Ah! Well, I guess I'm not getting that power upgrade now. I was gonna try to run over towards it, but yeah, it didn't. Oh my god. Okay. Slowly roll through. There we go. I'll grab some score, why not? Excuse me, Omoe-kan, I could use your help. Okay. Yeah, Rahabaki, I think, was where we died last time, so... I think. I mean, no, I think we saw Kaiwan, and then there was a second Rahabaki, and that was where we died. I think. I distinctly recall. Okay. I'm just gonna let you guys go. Okay. Okay, Rahabaki. You guys are just fucking with me at this point, aren't you? Okay. Damn it. I was trying to, like, cut the corner there to get underneath him, but... I think we were pretty close to the end that time, though. So, what do you mean this terrible time to play video games in a video game? The world's about to be destroyed. This is the best time to do it. No, that's true. Of course, that's true. As we all know of the rule of JRPGs, when the world is in imminent peril, that makes this the best time to do side quests. And frankly, the world's in imminent peril for approximately half of this game, so... any time is a good time to do side quests in DDS2, because, well, we're all gonna die anyway, so... You try to not to get too overzealous with that hunt attack. It's a good option in short range, but, you know, you don't want to get too crazy about it. I'll take that, though. I was hoping I could kill him, but, well, okay. I could swear that I just saw the bullets graze my hitbox, but you know what, DDS2, I'll take it. You scary, but I'll take it. At least we're getting done with this part fairly quickly now. Like, we've got this part down pretty okay. I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna die immediately. Like that. Okay. I jinxed myself. So there's your advice for the day. Don't jinx yourself when you're playing R-Type. Doesn't really work out for you. That was a talk shit, get hit moment brought to you by Monochromium Studios. This entire time you've been trying to find Silo's hurt box, and that's the important part for all bullet hells. I think his wings don't have a hurt box. Just from what I've played so far of this, I don't think his wings are part of his hurt box. I think it's just his center mass, basically. So, like, his feet might be kind of safe. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think his feet might be kind of safe, and his wings, I'm, like, almost 100% certain at this point that his wings are safe, so. Yeah, this is a fun little distraction, like I've said before. I approve of it. Oh, I like it. Oh, ollie lad, oh boy. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we'll do one more after this, I think, and then we'll call it a day and we'll go to the next dungeon. Don't get hit by that one stray bullet. That's all you need in a sea of bullet hells. Is that one stray bullet is enough. So. Okay, yeah, that didn't really do me. Yuck. Okay, whole lot of good, but I'll take it. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. just gonna go around you there, Legion. You do you. All right, up to here again. I feel like those float overs that I do sometimes there are, like, incredibly dangerous, but, well, I'm doing them anyway. I don't know if it's a good idea to actually... I'm gonna try this, hang on. I think that hurt him. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think it did. I am glad that there is at least a move for bullet erasure in this game, though, because I don't know if there are Tohos where there are, like, situations where you can't erase bullets, but I would not want to play that. Because that sounds like hell in a handbasket, so... Alright, we're back to stage 3. You can tell, though, at the very least, that I'm getting better at this from this, so... Alright, Marie, sounds good. Go finish your lunch and take a nap. We'll be here, and then we'll be in the next dungeon. We definitely won't be getting to any more story bits today, I can guarantee you that, just from, you know... just from the content we got today. We got done with today. Okay. Depending on how we do this time, okay. Stray Zen, ending my run. I was gonna say, depending on how well we do this time, we might be able to get to the boss of stage 3, but maybe this time. I'm just concerned with completing this at this point. Like, I don't even care if I don't get a good score. I think you get some kind of reward if you beat the kid's score. I would imagine you do anyway. But, well, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not good enough, I don't think, when it comes to this to actually both beat the game and beat the kid's score, so... You know what would be nice, though? I just said, you know, it's nice that we can do bullet erasure. But it would be nice if Silo's hunt attack that he uses for bullet erasure didn't only come from one arm, because you got to kind of line it up right because it's coming from his right arm. So bullets on the left side sometimes you can't erase as easily because, well, you got to get around them, basically. And that's not as easy as it sounds. But, I mean, I'll take it, you know, it's... what they've given me is enough. I'm not going to complain about that, so... Alright, let's see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, see that one stray bullet always gives me a minor heart attack when I see it. So. Okay. Okay. Alright, I was gonna get the other, what is that, a Loa? I think that's a Loa, is the guy with the little snake in his face, but... I was gonna get him, but it didn't, it wasn't meant to be. We got a better score that time because I got up to a ×20 multiplier before the boss, so... That's good. Alright, stage 2 again. Let's see it. I feel like if I practiced this enough, I would, like, get to know the exact spawn locations of some of these enemies, so that way it'd be easier to kind of dodge them. Especially in stage 3 with the surprise Zen attacks from the back. So... Unfortunately, I'm not, I haven't practiced enough to actually get that to happen yet, so, wow. Alright, that, Legion, I'm just gonna grab that. Hey, that actually worked, nice. That, gotta lean my way out. Race get the hell out of here. They always put Race Velgear with, with the power thing, though, don't they? Just to make it harder to get the power. They don't want me to have the power! How am I living right now? I have no fucking clue how I just lived. I just weeble wobbled in between like 7 million bullets there, and I have no fucking clue how that works. Okay. Let's do that. He's gonna swing at me. Take a swing, bro! Right here, bro! And not yet. Okay. I gotta go down here. This is where he's shooting. Oh, okay. Yeah, he tricked me there. That's okay. We just gotta get our power back up and we'll be okay. I'll catch up on chat in just a moment. This is the last run, and then I will see what everybody's been saying. Fair point, though. I did catch a bit of that message, and you are correct. Never ask how you live. Just make it seem like you meant to do that. Absolutely. That's the best way. What are those things, anyway? Are those Pabble Sags? I can barely tell, but... Oh, okay. Because I kill them so quickly. They don't even get a chance to get on the screen. Ooh, that was close. Get out of here, Rahabaki. No one likes you. Unless you're in Nocturne, then everyone loves you. Because Rahabaki in Nocturne is stupid good. Oh, I don't like it. Okay. I was gonna say, I don't like this one bit. I pushed forward too much. Alright, well, that's enough for now. We did really well, though. We were consistently getting to stage 3 that time, which is really nice, actually. A lot better than before. I mean, you're probably right, so... Excuse me. Let's see here. I missed a lot of chat, so let's see. It was a mess from what you heard. Better than the 29k you had during stage 2 last time. That is true. That is true. Have I played a Tales of game? Half the side quests open up or can be finished right before the final dungeon? Yes, I have played several Tales of games. I don't know if I've ever done most of the side quests in them, though. Usually I just play them for the main story and I do a few side quests, whatever I feel like doing, but you know. Had many passing interests, but never acted on them. Well, the Tales series is pretty solid, Conquer, I would say. One of these days, maybe if you see one on a discount. Well, to be honest with you, I haven't actually liked a Tales of game since Xillia 2. I never really got into Zestiria or Berseria, personally. And Arise is coming out now, but I don't know. Doesn't look like it's for me either. So, I've been very well spoiled by Xillia 1 and 2. Those would be my picks, but you'd have to have a PS3 to play them, so... Let's see. Toho Stereotype, you can see the background. Easy clap. You have to go to the leasing office before you nap, waiting for a package. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, but hopefully that doesn't take too long. Probably go watch how someone can beat the kid score over on YouTube later on my own time. That is true. I could go do that, yeah. That's how you beat bullet hells. You have to just memorize bullet patterns and densities. Yep. Sorry, total trash Revy now. I haven't played in ages. Yeah, and it's practice, too. That's the thing, is that you can watch somebody do it, but you know, watching somebody do it and putting it into practice is a totally different thing. So never ask how you live. Just roll with it and move on with your day. Exactly. How did I live? I mean, I meant to do that. Never mind. Okay. Now that we're done with that, let's save, and then we'll head off back to the egg. Got to go back into the egg installation so we can see if we can tell God to slow his roll, because we're going to probably need his help to stop Angel from turning the planet into a bunch of demonic monsters. And to be fair, he seems to listen to Sarah, so God seems to listen to Sarah, so we'll find out in a minute. All right, off we go. Throw on a real shirt and go to the leasing office. All right, Marie, take it easy. We'll see ya. We will head off to the laboratory dome, which is now the inferior copy of God. It used to be the facility that houses the egg, but now it says inferior copy of God because, well, that's what the research was being done for there. So off we go. I mean, it shouldn't be that bad, right? Like, I mean, we've been in here before. We know what the enemies are capable of. It shouldn't be too difficult to get down there. Though I would hope not. Yeah, she didn't really do anything wrong, so why would anybody bear a grudge against her? It's not like she's the reason Surf is dead or anything. It's just like, you know. Fred, what are you doing up there? Ah, okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't think they'll kill Fred. They seem to have avoided killing him for the entire game, so that at the very least is good. I mean, mostly because he's protected by us, but they're probably also a little preoccupied with just killing us at this point rather than him. It's like, what's a kid gonna do? At least that's what they think. Yeah, probably a good idea. So let's go stop God and, you know, the inferior copy from doing that stuff. All right, Sarah, we're back inside the EGG again. Just gonna call it the egg. I know they all call it the EGG. This place has seen better days, though. It's a little dark in here, actually. I mean, I guess that makes sense. We just turned off the power, so. Oh, actually, now I see why they would want to sell light balls. That makes sense. Hello? Sir, are you okay? What do you mean? Okay. I can't hear anything. I might have just heard something. Very faintly, but I might have just heard something. So you guys are selling light balls now because it's going to be dark down there, right? Yeah, that's what I figured. Alright, cool. So that's why they're selling light balls. They're also selling core shields, and you will need those as well. So let's go ahead and buy a few of those. We'll just buy up to our usual. We'll buy up to 15. I don't think we'll need any more. I think 15 should get us through everything for the rest of the game, but I'm not 100% sure about that, so. If we have to, we'll buy some more. It's not a huge deal. I mean, they're 1,000 each. It's not really gonna... That's not really gonna break the bank right now, you know? Oh, wow, we're actually pretty close to rank 6 now because of all that stuff that we got there. That's cool. Again, there isn't really anything that I actually care about buying above rank 5. Once we get a Stoma Sprays, that's basically all I care about. But, you know, it's there if you want the Chakra Elixir or whatever the hell. I think the Chakra Elixir is available at the next rank. Or maybe it's the Graven Image, which is a medium HP recovery item. It's like casting Diorama, but you can only, again, you can only use it in battle, so it's really not all that worth it, I don't think. Okay, so now, you remember how in the last dungeon there was a bunch of claustrophobic hallways and Gale was really tall, so it made everything feel like you were more imposing than everything that you were fighting, and it made it feel like you were more powerful than you actually were? So not only does this dungeon have dark hallways and things that can damage you if you don't have core shields on, the camera's also lower now because Sarah is the shortest character in the entire party. Well played, Atlas. Cool move there, because it makes this dungeon more intimidating due to not only the fact that you have to deal with the, you know, lighting up the place and everything else, but you also have to deal with the fact that Sarah's shorter, so everything looks bigger to her than it did to Gale, so. Somebody who was doing camera work for this game really knew what they were doing. Anyway, let's light the place up, because that'll make it a little easier. Oh, there's blood everywhere. That's not good. That's not good at all. Surprised you haven't seen a Sonic reference with this place? Yeah, you would think it'd be like... I probably could have if we had been... let me see, I'm trying to think in terms of like the episodes and when we got here. Well, I kind of wanted to name the one episode when we first got here, The Snake and the Egg, because, well, Heat's a snake, he betrayed us, and it's the egg facility, so... Yeah, maybe I'll have to work on the Sonic references after this. I'm trying to think with Sarah whether or not I want to get Holy Beast for her first before I get her the other electric stuff. Excuse me. I think that's a good idea, actually, because then she can AP divide and help everybody else out while she's working on the other stuff, so... Let's get her done with Priestess and Holy Beast, and then we'll work on getting her some electricity. And Vidya Raha. I might even work on Vidya Raha as well before we get her some electricity, because the electricity part won't take too long. Getting to Mazionga, I mean, we'll basically be running around in circles, but near a save point, but, you know, it shouldn't take too long to get there. Might take a little longer than we're hoping, because, well, the enemies in here are the same, right? No, no, my friend, the enemies in here are not the same. They are way different from what they were previously. So now we got to deal with that as well, but I think we'll be okay. So first things first, I think Paisaka's weak to fire? Yes, it is. Okay, good. Persky over there is actually weak to electricity, if I recall correctly. And I think I said Zionga on Gale, so yeah, I did. Okay, good. But yeah, this is why I had everybody learning the specific elements that they actually learned, is because of the fact that now, when we get to the end game, where CeeLo, Sarah, and Gale are there, or at least the last few dungeons of the game, with CeeLo, Sarah, and Gale, now I have everybody able to use whatever elements they might need. And, well, I'm going to have Sarah learn a few more, but... It's just to cover our bases for boss fights coming up. Zio is probably actually the best element for the remainder of the game. Really, it's probably the best element overall for the entire game, because there aren't that many enemies that actually resist it in a lot of cases. So, yeah, it's if you're going to use something and you just want a neutral hit, that's probably your best bet. But, I mean, I like having things that hit weakness hits, so... Gonna head out as you need to get the sticker for the license plates on the car. Alright, Conquer, sounds good. We'll see ya on the next one. We'll just be exploring in here for now, so shouldn't miss too much. Can you Mazionga? No. Sarah does that with Gale. Okay. Well, then let's do it. Nice, that looks like a smorgasbord to me. Gale, why don't you consume this one? Or don't, that works too. Well, in that particular case, then, I'll just take what I can get. There we go. Might as well use up those wild cards because they're in my inventory, so I might as well use them, you know. Okay, Gale got done with Thrones, very good. So now he should have, yep, Makanda. That's what we really wanted for him, so that's what we'll need. I'm going to go back because the save point's right out here. What else do I need for him now? Let's see, Gale. Bolt Emperor's probably my next bet. I'd love to get him Evil Spirit as well, but we don't really need that for a while yet, so... Evil Spirit gets us access to Wicked Curse, which is basically like Tentara Fu, except it's Dark Elemental, so it's a little more useful in terms of its viability against enemies that you'll need it against. Like, it actually deals damage, unlike most Mudo skills, so... And that's really what we want. It's kind of like Xanadu. For the light elemental skills, but unfortunately for us, Xanadu is like way past tier. Like Cherubim here will get us Mahamayan and Rakunda, which isn't too bad. Null Expel is also kind of okay, but not necessary. And then Xanadu is past this on another one. Like once you've unlocked all the way to the end of this one, a secret node will pop up, as we'll see in a little while when we eventually do that. And it will allow you to learn something better. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the one that has Xanadu on it is like $800,000, so let's... yeah, that's probably not going to happen. Okay, so Gale, we want Bolt Emperor for you. Work on Fire Lord later. It's not really that critical for him for right now. I might even work on Bolt Master for him after he's done with Bolt Emperor, because having Zeodyne for the next boss fight will be really nice. It's 100,000, don't get me wrong. It'll drain our wallet just a little bit, but we'll finally have access to a drain skill as well, so that'll come in pretty handy for us. Let's see. CeeLo, you're almost done with Kichijio, so then we can work you on Vidyaraha. I would love to get him Mediarama, but I really want to get Neural Shock before we move too far in this dungeon, because if you don't have it, it'll make one particular fight an incredible annoyance. So, and it's not even like a boss fight, it's just like a sub-boss, but it's still incredibly annoying if you don't have Neural Shock, so I'll try to get it. Alright, anyway, that's that. Now, oh, okay, hang on. Let me put a light bulb back up. Unfortunately, there's no, like, quick item menu or anything in this game. That would be kind of nice, where you don't have to go into your inventory, scroll all the way down to the light balls and use it. Like, you could just press a button or something and go from there. Yeah, they have L3 and R3 in this game, so... I forgot if the PS2 even had L3 and R3, but it does, so... I don't know, I feel like you could have used a quick item menu for that, but... Oh well. It's just a quality of life thing that really just improved with video games later on, you know. So, nice dodge, CeeLo. That'll help. Why don't we... Yeah, we'll do that just to top us off. This dungeon isn't incredibly difficult, especially now that we're gaining access to the higher level skills, but it is nice to just sort of... like, you don't want to do too much in terms of letting your HP get too low, because if you do, well, you'll end up with a bit of a problem, so... Oh, nice. Well, we gotta go back now, because Kichijio and Priestess are also mastered, so... Yeah, this might be a little bit of a normal thing for a little bit here. We might be in situations where we keep going back and forth to the save points, because the enemies in here give quite a bit of AP, and in addition to that, everybody's working with AP Divide now, so that really helps in terms of mantra learning. It makes it so that CeeLo and Gale and Sarah all end up getting a lot of mantras done, so... Alright, let's get you Holy Beast. And CeeLo, we'll just get you Vidyaraha, and then I'll start working you towards Mediarama, I think. Getting him Tentara Fu at the next node would be nice, but it's not necessary, strictly speaking. And it's also very expensive, because it's 100,000 to get Holy Leader, so we'll worry about Holy Leader later. What else do you need besides that? Probably Twilight. I eventually want to get that for Makakaja for you. Sarah's got access to it, so we don't, strictly speaking, need it, but I'd eventually like to get him Curse as well, so he can get access to Rakakaja, because sometimes that'll come in handy, so. But yeah, we really got to get Mediarama for somebody, so probably we'll get Vidyaraha, and then we'll go straight to Hades and Calm Spirit for CeeLo. So he'll be at that for a little bit, but that's okay. As for Sarah, up to Holy Beast. Grab these for her. She should have that soon enough. She's got Atma bonus equipped, so that'll make it really easy to get that. Gale can sort of take things easy now in terms of his mantra learning. He can kind of go back and learn some other things besides just, like, you know, going straight up. Like, once he gets Zeodyne, you can kind of just have him learn any level 3s that are remaining, or any... You can have him work on level 4s if you want. Probably what I'll do, though, is once he gets Zeodyne, I'll probably start working on getting him Agidyne as well, because that will... Like, then that way he has access to all of his level 2, or level 3, rather, attacking skills. So, that's probably the plan for now. We've got Makanda, that's the important part. You want to have Makanda before the end of this dungeon. It's very, very important for the boss fight, in addition to, obviously, having access to, what's it called? The best Zeo skills that you have. You might have noticed something there, by the way. So CeeLo's weak to ailments, but Silent Howl is medium damage that has a chance of mute, and it did not cause CeeLo to get a weakness hit. And that's actually because CeeLo's not actually weak to mute. Go figure, he actually is only weak to, if I recall correctly, he's only weak to Panic, Charm, and Nerve. And Poison, actually, I think he's also weak to, but Mute he's not weak to. I don't know if that's a holdover from the first game or what, but it's nice. Makes it a lot easier. I mean, Mute kind of sucks because we can't use our skills, but yeah, you know. I think all of the treasure chests that you opened in this area previously, like for example this one, are still empty now, but well, most of the treasure that we got in here before was on the dead bodies of soldiers, dead bodies which have either been dragged off or eaten by the demons in here now. So there should be traditional treasure chests in here somewhere, but we'll have to figure out where those are in a minute. For now, let's do this first. I think I Sukakaja. Make it a little easier to eat these things. I'm gonna Zyonga you though. There we go. And then, can you consume? Yes, you can. Perfect. Especially with +3 Sukakaja, I would imagine if he didn't there, it would be very, rather upsetting. So. Alright. Anyway. That takes care of that. There goes my light ball. I love how it's like a sped up version of the PS2's startup noise whenever the light ball goes down. You guys think you're clever, but you can't hide anything from me. I know all. Oh, that's a new and interesting looking dude. Phoenix. Okay. I like this Phoenix model that they have here, and I'm not sure why they never used it again. Oh, wow. Let's check what he's weak to. Probably guns, right? Yeah, guns and death. So if you have access to Wicked Curse at this point, you could just do that, but unfortunately we don't, so we'll just have to use guns or death or just blow him up as the case were. Because that's probably the easiest way to do this. I'll do it with CeeLo. Actually, I'm not sure if CeeLo can do it now that I think about it. Well, I could do it if I do this. Or not. Ow. Yeah, it's fine. Why don't you just top us off? We'll have Sarah eat this thing, hopefully. Probably should have Sukakaja'd, but it's okay. Worked out okay. So that's the important part. Actually, she's probably the one that I don't want to be eating right now because she needs to get Holy Beast, but she doesn't have access to AP Divide, so because she doesn't have access to that, if she eats, nobody else gets bonus points, so probably should have CeeLo and, oh boy, more blood. Should probably have CeeLo and Gale eat, at least until Sarah gets done with Holy Beast, so. But that's okay. Lesson learned. Alright, let's save, and then we'll head downstairs. There we go. We're plowing right through these places, aren't we? I mean, we've already seen this place, so it shouldn't be too hard to navigate through. An unknown presence, huh? Oh, that's not good. Well, let's see what it is. Can't be any worse than what we've already fought. This is DDS2, after all. They usually don't introduce new enemies in the in these forced encounters. Where's your body? How are you a Paisaka if you're not in your own body? You know what? I don't even care. I'm just gonna kill you now. Goodbye. Very good, very good. Yeah, we learned our lesson last time. I probably should have Sukakaja. Oh well. Might have to start doing that now, where you need to Sukakaja to ensure that you don't miss when you try to use Consume. Some of the enemies in here, and in the next dungeon especially, have a lot of agility, so. Yeah, but that's okay. We're fine. Excuse me. We will make it work even without that. Okay, well, we know how to handle this battle. Except when that happens. Let's see here. So I'd love to heal, but I don't think I want to, considering what we've got going on in the battle right now. So, dismute for Sarah. Then she can do this. And then, Gale, you can get rid of this guy. Yeah, why don't you do that? I'll heal you probably in a second. Let's do this first. We won't get the full benefit out of the money in this one, but that's okay. Okay, Electric Drain is fine. I can take that. Let's do this. I think they absorb wind, if I recall correctly, these Perskis, so I'll just use Agilao instead. That'll work okay. I guess I'll dismute now. The game, like in DDS1, automatically targets the person who has the status effect, by the way, so you don't have to worry about accidentally throwing it at the wrong person. Zandine, that's fine. Most of these people have pretty good magic in this party, so should be okay. Yeah, CeeLo's got more to do, so he's got to be the one that eats the most probably in this one. And also because he wasn't in the party for the entirety of the last dungeon, so... Almost the entirety. He was there for boss fights, but... Yeah, he's got more to do than anybody, so I should probably have him eating the most. Because Gale just needs Mazionga and Zeodyne, and he's basically good for the entire dungeon, so... Oh, yeah, and actually, when you get Zeodyne, it's just like in DDS1, where you get the amp skill for that particular element when you get the single-target Dyne spell. So, not only will we have Zeodyne for the boss fight, we'll also have Electric Amp, which will come in very handy for us, of course. Alright, well, we're on the 10th floor. Shouldn't be too long. All the security doors are open, so that should make it a little easier to get through here. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I had to open my big goddamn mouth, didn't I?
God's data must be leaking. The data comprising this entire area has already been corrupted.
And the people and the building with it. Fantastic.
That would make this God's will. What is God exactly?
Just a big cluster of data?
I can't really say. He is a being of vast greatness.
So much data that he makes himself a black hole.
Talking with God is different than talking to people. As he enfolds me, I can feel his will.
So it's more of like a psychic connection then.
Conversing with God.
Seems like a bit of a one-sided conversation, but...
If he even has a distinct mind like us.
Seriously? How are you gonna change his mind if he don't have one?
That is a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Warmth in him. I think that the way people have lived and God destroying our world are related somehow.
Well, yeah, he's probably pretty pissed that we've been abusing the planet for the whole time. So,
Just gave up?
maybe.
You see that as an opening for negotiation.
That is a fair point, actually. If he gave up, you could be like, hey man, you gave up.
I do not comprehend, eh, brother? I kinda miss it.
He hasn't said that in a while, has he?
Some things must be felt, not comprehended.
I mean, God is one example of that, in this case. You feel him, you don't comprehend him.
Must not be in vain.
And there's that. So that means we gotta do whatever we can to convince God that it's worth us living. So that's what we're gonna go do after we figure out what the hell this mess is. Jesus Christ, this place is disgusting! Speaking of disgusting, here's Berserk Battle. No, that's not disgusting, actually, that's great. Because it lets me run away from those guys. I think Legion is also weak to electricity, if I recall correctly. Yeah, you can interact with all of the various appendages off of the wall here if you really want to. It's just as grotesque as you would expect. Because people and demons all fuse together, which also fuse with God's corrupted data. It's not fun. This place is not fun. Okay, so here's a traditional treasure chest now. This wasn't here before, so... Oh, Magnum Bomb. Well, 2 of them. That should help a little bit. I think I might have missed a little chunk of the thing there. Ooh, Mohicans. Right away, too. Well, we can get to use that Impel Stone, like I said, so... We'll see what we can get out of this one. How lucky you feeling, punks? Let's find out. We'll start with Zanma. Okay, so now here's how my usual MO here is to take this Impel Stone when I get shielded the first time and just yeet it at the battlefield, and that will give you 4 flashing press turns in exchange for 1 regular press turn. So now you can check their weaknesses twice. So we'll check with Zionga. No, and now we'll check with Tarazi. Okay, so we were incorrect on all 3. So that was a waste of money, but that's okay. It's not critical that we get stuff out of a Mohican, but that does tell me that in that particular battle they were weak to either Agi or Bufu, so it might have been better to just have Sarah attack. But usually that's what I do with the Impel Stone, is I throw it if we get a shielded hit on the first hit of the Mohican battle. just to see if we can make some money, because they will make your money back on that Impel Stone, like, as soon as you kill one of those Omoicons. And all you gotta do is get one weakness hit, so. Oh, what is this? Wow. Speaking of black holes, good lord. Where did we end up? Well, yeah, the populace of the city probably would. But yeah, we shouldn't hate them. Because they don't know the whole story, so how can we, you know? And we have friends to carry the sadness that... Yeah. He was basically going to say exactly what I was going to say. I wasn't sure if it was this conversation or later, but you lean on your friends when people hate you, so that way it's easier for you to walk on your own 2 feet. That's the idea. And remember, these people used to be data in a simulation. They sound so human now. And I mean, there's that too. Right, exactly. They didn't really think through their plans, did they? Oh boy, CeeLo. Well, if he would have destroyed it a long time ago, would he really have had the chance to all have been here today? I don't know if he thought about that directly. Okay, so as you can see, we went through a black hole. And that took us from here all the way down here on the basement 11th floor. So now we gotta figure out, that's the gimmick of the dungeon now, is we gotta figure out which of these black holes lead to the way forward, essentially. So, ooh, this is a battle where Wicked Curse would be really nice to have. I think I can get away with Tentara Fooing, though. Or maybe I should just do, like, a Miragi. No, I'll do a Mazionga, because I don't think they resist that. I'll just do Miragion for now. Do some damage, and then we'll Vileblade them and see if we can kill them. Yep, perfect. See how nicely that works out? You don't even need to invest in, like, Megiddo or get a whole bunch of Wild Bombs or anything. You just do a combo action and then do Vileblade, and it all works out nicely. If we go down that way... Oh, there's a door down here. Okay, let's check here first before we play rock, paper, scissors with the black hole. Oh, that's not opening. Well, we're not going that way. Great. Alright, so eeny, meeny, miny, mo it is. I'll just go left, because when in doubt, go left. And that was not correct. But that does let me go back here and fill out the little chunk of the map that I missed right here. I think I missed it anyway. I saw a little piece missing. I don't know why, but the main dungeon theme here kind of gives me like Mega Man X3 vibes a little bit. Okay, so those Magnum Bombs about to come in handy right now. Because Chimera there is weak to them, which helps quite a bit with us getting some stuff done. Why don't you transform? We should be able to kill the Chimera pretty quickly with another Magnum Bomb. This battle kind of sucks. It's kind of gross because we didn't get a, what's it called? We ended up being in human form to start, which is just not good. Let's transform with CeeLo, and then see what we can do with you. I would prefer not to let Legion get a turn, if I can afford to, so I will try to kill him. Might not work, but... Okay, it did work. Good. If they get a turn, they can use Neural Shock on you, which is just gross because CeeLo's weak to it. It does a lot of damage. It's just no fun for anybody, so... Excuse me. No fun all the way around the board, so try to kill them if you can. Alright, back here. And now we know which way to go. There is a guide on GameFAQs that actually says the exact direct route through this dungeon all the way down to the boss fight, so you could just not take any of the side paths and, you know, follow that thing and get through the whole thing without worrying about it, but also apologies for the loud-ass noises that Legions make. That's kind of annoying, I'm sure, but now it's there. Let's see. How about a Dispoison? But yeah, you could follow the guide and just get through here immediately, but I usually prefer to take the explore everything route because, well, we need to learn mantras, so why wouldn't I, you know? Oh, that's not good. That's even better, though. Thank you for dodging that, CeeLo. Alright, this stun, and then let's try that again, shall we? Let's see. There we go. Nice. And that should leave him up to Gale. I love the look of pure terror on every single one of Legion's faces when he's shocked or frozen or anything. He's just like, it's great. Alright, is Amidia in order? Actually, I think 3 Dias are in order. 2, as it were. Gotta get Sarah to eat something, though. I mean, I guess I could wait and then just use a chakra pot on her in a little bit when we get to the point where she gets done with Holy Beast, but it's alright. What we got in here? HP data. Okay. I'll take it. 3 more Phoenixes. Oh, we know what to do with these now. Just do that, and then do this. They got 228 HP, so should be able to kill them. I mean, they use Diara on if you don't, so it's just kill them in 1 turn or don't, basically. Why don't you just attack? There we go. I probably could have consumed him there, because your consume now does about as much damage as your regular attacks do. So you could probably get away with just using consume in place of regular physical attack, and obviously that'll get you a little more AP, but well, I wasn't thinking about that, so. Okay, save point, good. I think we're still good on mantras, so I don't think I need anything there. Yeah, we're getting there. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. And Gale will probably get done with quite a few mantras in here because, well, he's still got to be the one to help Sarah out in terms of eating, at the very least until she gets Holy Beast. And he's got the highest attack power of anybody in the party, so. So his consumes are the most likely to succeed because of that, so. Alright, anyway. Okay, well, we know where this goes now. If we step through this door, we will just instantly get sucked into that black hole and taken back up to the basement 10th floor, so, don't do it. Instead, let's go through one of the other doors. Aha! We finally found you, you little sneak. We haven't seen you the entire game. We saw you in the 3rd dungeon the last time we played this. What's up, Jack Frost? A quiz? So yes, Jack Frost has a quiz for you, and essentially it's like 20 questions. He has 100 questions total for you. He'll only ask you up to 20 per battle that he gets in with you, but every correct answer will give you a reward. Sure, I'm down. Let's try this. And I could look at a guide to see all the right answers, but I don't feel like sifting through a guide while I'm sitting here, so I'm just going to answer these legit, and if we get the correct answers, we get them. If we don't, then we don't. So, whatever, no big deal. 1 curse, you become weaker to death spells. True. Thank you. This is one of the ones that tripped us up last time. So the way that this game's buffs work is you can only go to +3 or -3. So if you cast Sukaj 4 times, the last one you don't get an extra one, you're already at +3, and may cast Secunda on you once, so now you're at +2. There you go. And the ration. Which one enables mantra download? That would be the hacking disc. Nice, a ruby. Yeah, the stuff he gives you is okay. It's not great, but it's not too bad. I think he gives you a few mirrors for some of the harder questions, so that's not too bad. Attacks that kill you if you're turned to stone. Physical, firearm, and what other 2? Force and earth. Yep. I knew force in particular was the one, so it was just a crapshoot between electric and earth, and, well, electric didn't sound right, so. What's in front of the Mad Mart in the underground city? Ooh, that's a good question. I think an air conditioner. Nope, must have been a GPS system. Okay. So yes, you have to answer as many of the questions correctly as you can. He'll give you little rewards for each correct answer, but if you get one wrong, he will disappear. There is a reward if you answer all 100 questions. I've never gotten it, because I've never encountered him enough to actually answer all 100 questions legit. So, but there is a reward, and I'll talk about it when we get to the point where we can actually see what the reward is, so. Ow. Well, you're a little late to be using Shockwave. Argel is already dead. You can't even take advantage of the weakness hits. No press turns for you! Why don't you rend that guy, and then we'll worry about the other guys after that. Why don't we do this? Okay, I was gonna say, I'm playing a little dangerous, but it should be alright, and then they dodged, because, you know, Super Kaja, so. I don't have Tsukikaja up, so that's why they dodged. Let's just treat this like a regular old fight then, in this case. Can I rend you? I don't think I want to try, actually. I could do this, though. Yeah. See, it does about as much damage as a regular physical attack, so if you think they're at the point where regular physical attack will kill, just consume them instead. It gets you more AP. The rewards are much more substantial than you would otherwise get, so. And yeah, as you can see, Sarah levels up her stats completely separately. You don't get to choose what she levels up. She levels them up separately. But she does have a particular focus on magic. She gets pretty even level ups for everything else, but her magic is actually the stat that she levels up the best. So if you have Surf level up his magic, it ends up just making Sarah better in the overall anyway. So, okay. Now, hang on, let me see something. Okay. I don't hear anything from this one. I'm going to turn the volume up just to demonstrate something real quick. If I can find my volume. Okay. Volume is up a little bit, so now you can't hear anything out of this black hole. Let's see if we can find another one. And I'm actually going to turn my volume up on my end, too, so I can hear it in case. No, we're not going this way. Yeah, that appears to have destroyed the entire bridge, so that's just great. Well, yeah, definitely not going that way. I'll turn the music back up, or the volume for myself back up when I get to another point. So, oh, well, we can go upstairs. Okay. I forgot that we're not quite at the point where we're going to be able to... I'm able to demonstrate this, so let's turn it back down. I'll demonstrate what I'm talking about once we are able to. But for now, not quite a thing, so. Oh, good, and you can use Vanity with the Chimera, too. That's just fantastic. Alright, well, let's get you the hell out of here, then. Legion's weak to electricity, so why don't we Tsukikaja? Just to give ourselves a little extra buff. We'll do that. And then you're frightened, so let's do this, and then maybe we'll have Sarah eat. Actually, I might have her... Yeah, let's toss these rations. I mean, it's not like we're going to be using them, you know? And then you eat. There we go. Because, we'll get more benefit out of Gale and CeeLo eating in this particular case. Eventually, once Sarah gets AP divide, anybody will be able to eat because she'll get consume and that, so it'll be better for her. But until that point, we got to make do without it, so. Oh, nice. More agility for CeeLo. Awesome. Okay, well, there's definitely a thing coming from there. What about in here? Now, I don't know if you heard that just now. I'm going to turn it up a little bit so you can hear it a little better. You hear that groaning noise in the background there? Hang on, I'll let it happen again. That there. So that groaning noise right there is your clue. If you hear that coming from any of the black holes in the dungeon, that means that this is the correct path to continue through the dungeon. So this way down here is going to proceed with the dungeon, which means that every other direction is a side path, and that means I have to take those ones first before we take the correct path. Because taking the side path will mean we'll be in a little bit better shape than we would otherwise be. Raceval Gear, hello. You, sir, are kind of a pain in the nutsack, because you're not weak to, like, fire or electricity or anything you would expect him to be weak to. He's weak to guns, if I recall correctly, so... I'm gonna Secunda him. Make it a little easier for us to hit him. And then we'll have Sarah shoot him! I think I need to get a better gun for her, though, because the tranq shot she's got is not exactly the best. Nice dodge. And also, if we had access to a repel skill or anything like that for right now, we could use Ice Shot 2 with Sarah, or its derivatives. She has basically the same type of shooting as Surf has, so... Oh, good, he's asleep. Fantastic. That actually really helps. I think you automatically crit when they're asleep, so I'm going to try this. Yes, okay, you do automatically crit when he's asleep, so that's good. So that'll make it a little easier to kill him. There you go. We should probably find the best gun that we have and just give it to Sarah, because that way she can just shoot Race Valgeir when we get into a situation where we're fighting him. What's the best gun we got? You got the Curse Shot, Trank Shot. You still got the Metal Jacket for some reason. Well, we got to give the Curse Shot to Sarah then. Here we go. And, so one of you gets the Trank Shot. I guess I'll give it to... Well, I'll give it to CeeLo, because I might have him actually shooting at some point in the dungeon, so... Alright, let's go this way. Now, what usually ends up happening if you take a side path that isn't the correct direction is you'll usually end up either in a treasure room or you'll end up back at the start of the area that you're in. So in this particular case, we got lucky and ended up in a treasure room right behind the other black hole. So let's see what we can find, and then we'll move from there. We'll just go through the other black hole, and it'll probably kick us back out at the beginning of the hallway. So then we can go back up, and we can go from there. Hey, a Jasmine. Nice. That's the next level of plant, so if you want to go back upstairs and sell it, you can. I'm probably going to save it for a while, though, because we're getting a decent chunk of money now out of most of the fights. If we end them in one round, we're getting a pretty substantial amount. Of course, we need the substantial amount in order to get all of our mantras correctly, but... we'll figure it out later. Alright, so we know for a fact that the way down here is the way forward. So let's go back, because there was that one black hole back here that we didn't go through. Over here by the save terminal. Up there. So let's go check it out. Shall we? Okay, so this one. Oh, good, neural shock. That's fantastic. Gonna do it again? No. I'm gonna stun sphere though, and still get the press turn. Wish my status effects hit that frequently. So probably best bet is to dismute Gale. CeeLo doesn't really need to contribute here as much because I can just do this and get a press turn. Then I can do this and get a press turn. And now he is shocked, which is actually really good for us. I'm a little concerned about CeeLo's damage output because of him being stunned, but it actually makes it easier to do this. So, and then I guess I'll just do this. Might as well use it, right? We got them in our inventory for a reason. I'd rather keep the wild bomb because it's a little bit better, but the wild cards we can toss. They're not that expensive to, you know. Well, I'm not going to replace them. I'm going to get them. The only way I'm going to replace them is if I get them from a treasure chest or something, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I got to dis-stun CeeLo. Using up our status recovery items, that's not too bad. It shouldn't be too big of a deal, though, because by the time we're done in here, we should be able to get first rounds on most of the things in here, so don't worry about it if you're using a lot of those. It's no big deal. And actually, I think the legions get a little less frequent later on in the dungeon, which means you'll get less encounters where you're actually having to worry about status effects, so. Alright, so we didn't go through there, so let's go up here first. We'll just see where this leads us. Oh good, throne. Fantastic. Well, we could probably figure out what he's weak to just from looking at him alone. Yeah, he's weak to ice and death, so just use ice because it's a lot more... It's a lot easier to get than getting death, you know. Why don't you just whack him upside the head there, Sarah? Because this is the only exception to the rule of where if you think you can kill him in a physical attack, just use Consume. Because if he's frozen, your physical attacks do a lot less damage to... Or not your physical attacks, your hunt skills do a lot less damage to him because it's frozen food. So, of course it would. But... yeah, if they're shocked or something, just go nuts with the physical, or with the consume move. because it will do you much more good. So yeah, as you can kind of hear there, no groaning noise, so not the way forward. In reality, it puts us back here, which will let us get across this bridge, and it should get us to some treasure, which should be right over here. Yep. There we go. What we got in here? We got a neutron shot. Nice. Just what I was looking for. We needed some better bullets anyway, so let's equip that on somebody. I will probably equip that on Sarah. I think it's probably a good idea. And then CeeLo can have the curse shot, and Gale can have the trank shot, because we probably, if we have anybody shooting again in this game, ooh, almost missed this. It'll most likely be either Sarah to take care of the Race Valgears, or it'll be CeeLo because the next boss is weak to electricity, and so he has access to electricity through his shots. So, but after that, I'm not really 100% certain if we'll ever need to shoot again. Actually, no, that's not true. There are a couple of situations in the second to last dungeon where shooting will still come in handy for us. So, you don't do Mazionka, right? Right. All right, let's do it then. I could have sued Kaja. I was thinking about it, but it didn't really matter too much, at least for now. Let's Secunda them just to make sure, because CeeLo and Sarah could probably use the help. There we go. And let's see if Rend Asunder's enough. Not quite. Okay, that's fine. This turn will hurt, but I'll take it. It's fine. No big deal. Let's do that. And then now it should be enough. Get that little extra MP back. Not that she really needs it that badly, because, you know, she's got a whole ton of MP, but, well, probably better to just get it for her. Get her close to topped off, so we don't have to worry about it. The less MP I have to heal off, the less life terminals we have to use, you know what I mean? Okay, so now we can go back up there to the basement 10th floor, and then take the correct path. So yeah, we'll just stumble around a little bit for the next, half an hour, 40 minutes, and then once we're done stumbling around for the next half hour, 40 minutes, we'll call it a day. Won't get done with the dungeon today, obviously, so we'll probably finish it up tomorrow, and then we'll move right along from there. Similar to DDS1, this game's side quests seem to all open up near the end of the game. Because other than Dio Shooter, there's a couple of side quests that open up, but specifically one that I'm going to do is going to be probably, well, once we get done with this dungeon. It doesn't unlock until you're done with this dungeon, so that's what you need to know. Alright, well, this one shouldn't be too bad. That leaves you there. I'm going to try to rend, but I don't think it's going to work. Okay, it did. Well, that's interesting. That leaves you there. You are not quite there yet, so I'm going to do this just to get you a little closer. Oh, okay, that just killed. Okay, that's fine. I wasn't sure if it was just going to kill, but it just did, so. We also got to go back before we go the main way, because Sarah's almost done with Holy Beast, so then she'll be in good shape to AP divide and consume and do all that good stuff. So let's just run around here for a hot minute until she's done with that. Let me see here. CeeLo's working on Video Raha for right now, so we're probably good in that department. I'll probably have Sarah start working on electricity stuff, and then we'll go from there. So let's do this. The only trouble with these fights is that unless you equip the change ring out in the field, you're not likely going to get the full benefit out of these fights where it's just like they're with the guns, you know? Usually, anyway. But, I mean, at least he doesn't have, like, a skill that we're weak to that he's using on us, you know? That could be a problem if he did. Okay, so now he's frightened. That's good. Let's try it with Gale. Okay, not quite enough, but it got him to the point where CeeLo can do it. Good. Because CeeLo needed it the most anyway, so. And yeah, I was going to say, that should get Sarah access to Holy Beast, so. Hellfang, Consume, and AP Divide. Perfect. And we're right here at the save point. Awesome. Couldn't have done that better if I tried. Alright, there we go. Let's set a few skills for her. We got Hellfang. We'll stick that there. We got Consume. And we got AP Divide, so we'll set that down here. And now she's in good shape for a little while. Gonna have to get Gale a little MP, though. I gotta get him eating as well. You gotta kind of balance it so that everybody kind of eats fairly evenly. But it should be easier to do now that everybody has access to AP Divide and Consume. It doesn't really matter who eats now, so... And incidentally, because it doesn't really matter who eats, let's see here. So do I want to do that? Yeah, actually, well, I mean, I guess I could start with Fallen Hero instead and just skip out on Protection and Bolt Wizard, but they're like, we eat one thing and we'll be done with those, so I think it'll be fine for me to do this. And it's probably not a bad idea for Sarah to have Dia, because she has the highest magic out of anybody in her party, so, like, she could equip that and we'd be okay, so. Like, if I need to heal anybody, you know. And that's actually not a bad idea. I might do that instead of having Gale do it. Might just have Gale stick with Secunda, we'll have CeeLo stick with Sukakaja, and then we'll give Dia to Sarah. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Okay, so we need to go up there. But probably we're going to be running directly back here in just a moment because I'm going to get protection from this battle. Like, it doesn't even matter what it is. It's a level 1 mantra, you know, we're not gonna... I ain't going front, we'll get it in like 2 seconds, so... Like, watch, just like this. I said, just like this. Thank you. Now, the game was doing me a solid there, right? It knew Gale needed to eat, so... Okay, that got us like half. That's fine. And I mean, that was just through AP Divide. Like, that wasn't even us eating. So if we had eaten that Chimera with Sarah, we probably would have gotten it right away, so... We won't be doing this forever, it's just for a little bit until Sarah gets access to all of these little mantras. And strictly speaking, we don't need these little mantras, but I'm going to do them anyway. I'm going to have CeeLo eat that guy because he has higher accuracy. This battle's a smorgasbord, though, because, well, they're all weak to the same thing. They apparently aren't as easy to kill as I thought. I probably should have just had Gale do it, but I was worried about missing. It's fine, CeeLo can do it now. There you go. That's that Terunda from the Trick Ring coming in cold for us. Not coming in hot. It's coming in cold for us because it didn't do us any favors, but it's fine. And we still got 8,500 gold for that, so... Or gold. 8,500, Thinking of the Elder Scrolls, because I've been playing a little bit of Skyrim lately. So, yeah, we got $8,500 for that. So, alright, let's put Patra on here. Analyze there, just to get it, and then Dia we'll put there. Actually, let's do it like that. How about that? And then what do I stick here for Gale instead? That's a good question. Mazianga. I guess I could stick Hamayan there. That's useful against some enemies in here. Excuse me. Maybe I'll just have both of them have Dia. Like, we don't particularly need anything else for them. Like, one Sukakaja should be fine if I need it. So... Alright, so we'll just have Sarah do this, because she can basically heal them from, like, for 150 HP with a single Dia with her current stat. Actually, that's a little of an overestimation. It's probably more like 125, 130. Still, quite a bit for just that, you know. Okay, so, Gale... Let's get you on Boltmaster. It's a little bit expensive at the moment, but it's... I mean, Zeodyne and Electric Camp will be worth it to have, so... And Sarah, you can work on getting some Bolt action yourself. Here's Bolt Wizard. Nice and easy one. Just eat once and you'll be done. And is CeeLo close to being done with... Yeah, he's almost done with Vidyaraja, so by the time Sarah's done with Bolt Wizard here, CeeLo should be pretty much done with Vidyaraja as well. So... We'll just run around for a minute until they get it. So apologies if this last little bit is just kind of boring, walking around and then going directly back to the save point. stuff. It's just... That's just the way that it goes with this, you know. I mean, I guess I could push forward in the dungeon, but I don't have any guarantee that there's a save point beyond that rift, so... Since I have a guarantee of a save point not too far away from here, I might as well use it, you know. I really should Tsukakaja the first turn, thinking about it. After the last time, I don't want to, you know, get stuck. Okay, let's not make the same mistake again. We'll let Gale do this, and then we'll let CeeLo do this. There we go. Easy, easy. And I actually should get a Bolt Wizard because it got about half last time, so... From one feast, rather. Yep, there you go. So CeeLo's got Vidyaraha, he's got access to Neural Shock, that's good. And Sarah has access to Zeo now, not that that's incredibly useful for her, but we'll get there. Gale got all the stats that matter, that's good. Also got a complete heal, that's also nice. Granted, it's not a stat, but, I mean, he got all the stats that mattered already at that level, so, you know, that's the important part. You just couldn't leave me alone for a second, could you? Well, they'll get Gale a little closer, at the very least. And that did not hit CeeLo, which is good. How about we Matarazi and see what happens? I'm gonna say I could heal Gale, but I get the feeling this Matarazi is just gonna kill, so it doesn't really matter. Gale a little bit. Would have been nice if it left him close to dead, but not quite dead. But yeah, when you get into combo actions, you start taking into account everybody's like how much magic they have, and sometimes it just ends up killing things. Like even if it wouldn't kill them if you just use a regular single target version of that skill. But okay, a couple more mantras done. This will get Sarah a little bit closer to Media-Rama, which will be nice. We're probably going to work CeeLo on that now, though. Or should I work him on Makakaja since Sarah's getting closer to Media-Rama? What else does he need? Twilight would be nice to have. I'm probably not going to go back for Media-Rama for Sarah until I get done with Bolt Emperor anyway, and even then I'll probably still work on Vidyaraha instead. So I think we'll focus CeeLo on getting it. It's basically the next boss fight is the culmination of have you been leveling your mantras correctly for these three characters? Because if you haven't and you don't have halfway decent skills, well, the next boss fight will probably kick your ass. So you got to kind of make sure that you level everything appropriately to make sure you're ready for the situation, and we will be, because I've been leveling everything to be prepared for the situation. So. Granted, we're running our money down a little bit, but we just got a Jasmine, so that should make it a little easier to, you know, replace the money if we need to. Actually, I don't think I've saved last time I got new mantras, so let's save now. I do want to push forward with the dungeon a little bit, though, I think, because, like, before we call it a day today, because at the end of the dungeon, there's another humongous chunk of cutscenes that you need to get through, and this is the biggest humongous chunk of cutscenes out of the past few dungeons that you need to get to by the end of this one. So, I want to make sure that I can get through all of that tomorrow when we play. So that's why we're going to try to push forward just a bit. So let's do this. Now that we're on a level 2, it'll take a little bit longer. Hopefully long enough for me to, okay, get through this hallway. So this is where those core shields are going to come in handy because, well, there's a bunch of electricity in this hallway, and if you don't use a core shield, you're going to take damage, almost like lava pits in Final Fantasy I, that sort of thing. So we're going to go back this way first, I think. Actually, I should probably go the other way to get to a save point quicker, because then I can, you know, just hover around that. Also, I have no idea why the chimeras sound like cows. It's just... It's one of nature's mysteries, I suppose. It's just there. I guess they didn't have like a sound that sounded exactly like all three of those things put together. The goat and the, you know, everything else. Hang on, item. That's what I'm looking for. So they just said, fuck it, it's a cow. Super cow alla schiate. I don't think that's how that was pronounced in the show. But that's an old reference. Okay, so... Let's see. Well, we know what's this way now, so I guess we'll go the other way. We lucked out a little bit because we ran into chimeras, so then we wouldn't just instantly eat them and, you know, instantly get the next thing that we needed, so. We might be able to eat a few things in this battle, though, because of the, because we can just use regular Tarazi on the chimera. I don't think it's necessary for me to even mention it, but the phoenixes, by virtue of the fact that they're birds, are immune to Tarazi, so don't use that on them. Let's see, let's do this. Should I play a little dangerous with Gale's HP? Actually, I'm just going to do this, and then Medea, because I don't think we're going to kill them in one turn unless I use my Bile Bomb, so let's just get everybody in good shape, and then we'll use Secunda to potentially have that happen. Good. And now we do what we normally do, which is this. And then we pass. And then we Vile Blade. See ya! Okay. That's that. Now we ate one thing, so. And Sarah was the one that did the eating, so that, you know, helps a little bit. Let's see. I should probably get used to seeing the menu pop up pretty frequently here, because we're probably going to need to heal after, like, every single fight here. Because the enemies in here don't mess around. They'll kick your ass if you're not careful. Okay, so how do we do this last time? So we definitely want this to happen. I think we Secunda'd and Sukakaja'd, if I remember right. Because I know I'm not going to get this done in one turn, so ain't even worth trying. Just make it easier for us to potentially dodge anything. There we go, like that. So we'll do this. Pow! And then we'll do, what else? I guess just whack him. Why not, right? I wonder if he takes anything from Zanma. No, I don't care. It's fine. Let's just do this. And then shoot him again. And now he is poisoned and also capable of being eaten. So it's at that point where I'm pretty well sure that Gale's going to be able to eat him. So we'll just do that. And we'll be good to go. Alright, Sarah's getting even more vitality and magic. Perfect. That's what I want. Hey, even more. Nice. Awesome. That will help. Let's see. You ate, so you do Dia-ing. I think Silo's not quite at max HP, but that's okay. We'll be fine. And it looks like there's another save terminal right here. Yeah, because this is where the dungeon originally was. So there's the elevator that goes back up to the basement 6th floor, excuse me. Excuse me. So if that void wasn't in the way there, we would have been right here without having to run all over the dungeon. So that's fun. Alright, we're still good on mantras. We're not quite done with Bolt Lord. It takes a little longer once you start getting up into the level 2s, but, I mean, it won't take that long. It's just like maybe eat a couple of times and that'll be it, so. But we'll try to keep moving while we're still eating these things, because it shouldn't be too terribly demanding to say, yes, I'd like to get Maziyanga and possibly Medea Rama by the end of the dungeon, so, for Sarah. Let's see. I don't hear anything, so this is a trap room. So I guess I'll just hit it up. Well, not a trap room, but it's not going to take you to where you need to go. That's the important part. I also don't hear anything from this one, so we'll go through this one. See where it takes us. Right back here. So now you know which one is the correct one. Oh, you guys are back again. Okay. Yeah, let's see what we can do. If we get them done, we'll definitely get Bolt Lord done, and we might get a good chunk for the rest of them, too, so. Alright, see how lucky we are. Start with this again. Nope. And then do this. Nope. Okay. No luck whatsoever. That's fine. I've already demonstrated what happens if you get lucky in these battles, so I'm not really too concerned now. I mean, we've only ever killed one singular Omoe-Khan on screen in this entirety of the 2 games that we've played, but at the very least, I got to demonstrate what happens when you do. So that was the part that I was concerned about, you know, is just demonstrating it. Okay, I was moving forward without really thinking there, but this is the correct way to go. So you could have heard it just there. If I would have stood still for a minute. So you got to use what's it called? Mabufu Dine and a physical attack just to get the same amount of damage on Sarah that you got on everybody else. Her magic defense is so high. It's ridiculous. Alright, so let's do a Secunda. And let's do a Tsukakaja, and hopefully nobody dies this next round to Mabufu Dine spam, because that would suck. Oh good, Ma revert. I kind of beat you to the punch there, sir, because I've already reverted. Nice. That will leave this as Cannon Fondue for CeeLo, which is what I want. And we'll heal in a minute. I might go back now before we go through this. Yeah, see, there you go. So that's how you know it's the correct one. I mean, of course it's the correct one. We've gone all the other directions, so it would have to be the correct one, but there we go. Can you imagine how nice it'll be when I get me diorama, so I won't have to just keep clicking dia like that? I probably still will in some cases, because it'll be more worth it to do that in certain cases rather than others, but yeah, it'll be nice when I can just be diorama and instantly heal everybody. So, well, I know you can consume. I don't know if CeeLo's got enough punch, though, to kill this guy from where he is. No, he doesn't quite, but that's okay. Sarah's got enough punch between her and CeeLo, so... And there we go. So CeeLo got a level, and Sarah got Bolt Lord. That's good. We got Electric Boost. That's why you want to go this route, by the way, is mainly to get Electric Boost, because Mazionga with Electric Boost will come in very handy for the boss fight. You actually need to use a multi-targeting spell for a boss fight. What a concept. But yeah, so it'll come in handy for us. All right, now. Let's see, so Lightning, and then we've got access to Calm Spirit, and we've got access to Bolt Temper. So I'll probably go here first, and then go here, just so I have those. And then after that, probably go back over here, and we'll work on Vidyaraha, I think. Matter of fact, we might work on Vidyaraha before Mediarama, because if CeeLo's going to get Mediarama, I don't think I need to have Sarah work on it too quickly. So, but let's get her this for now. And then we'll go get that, and then we'll go from there. And Gale, he's fine. Just keep working on that Boltmaster. He'll get it eventually. So. Alright, that's that. And now, we could push to the next save point, and that would probably be good for the end of the day, I think. So let's try for that, huh? I think there's about, I want to say 6 or 7 save points before the end of the dungeon, but we'll see. Okay, well, we know where that goes. And apparently we're going down. Not that we've made it to the basement 12th floor yet, but we're getting there, I'm sure. I don't hear anything from this one, so... Yep, just going to put us right back at the beginning of the room. So, that's fine. I think this is going to be a Berserk battle. Don't even front, though. Even if it's just the one Chimera, don't even try. It's not worth it. You miss so often, even with Tsukakajas up from the Trick Ring, that it's just not worth even trying. Just use it as an opportunity to run away. Cut your losses. Okay, Tiger's Eye. I mean, a little late for that, but that's okay. I'll take it. It's free money. Can't beat free money. Okay, this fight again. So, we'll do... How about we actually go to Sarah's turn and do Maragion? Okay, maybe that wasn't the best idea. Oh, whatever. It's fine. So do it on CeeLo's turn. Got it. Keep that in mind. Because I wanted to get CeeLo. See if I could, like, finagle the turns there so I could get CeeLo to eat. But... Uh-oh. Well, that's not very nice, game. You're just going to force me into a fight here? Actually, I think this is the fight right here where Neural Shock would have been nice. because these guys are actually weak to it, but, well, we don't currently have it, so I guess we'll make do without it. But I think these guys show up as regular enemies further down, so yeah, we'll figure it out. Let's just do this, and then I'm going to toss the Wild Bomb and see if that kills with Sarah's magic. Sure does. Perfect. So if you don't have a Wild Bomb to throw there, just use Neural Shock. They don't give you like a warning or anything before you go into the room, though, so that's kind of hard to judge. But, oh, there you go. But yeah, those guys can be a bit of a pain in the ass if you don't have it, because they can use like Sakura Rage, which not only does medium physical damage to everybody, it also has a chance to... Actually, I think it's random targets, but it has a chance to charm you, which is just no fun. They can use Magic Repel as an enemy combo attack, so that's also no fun. So try to get rid of them as quickly as you can, especially if you have access to Neural Shock. Do that. Speaking of which... Excuse me. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to give CeeLo Neural Shock. Let me give him all this other crap that he won't need first, though. Let's see, we'll do that. And I think we're going to keep Medea, though. So, and hey, he got his first nullifier, Null Nerve. So that'll be nice for him, to make it easier for him to dodge status ailments. Nerve is actually a decent one because, well, he's weak to it, so... but let's set Medea back up on him. Stick this up here in case we need Neural Shock, because we'll probably need it going forward now that we fought those guys. Do we need Pew Linpa for anything? I don't think we're going to need Tentara Fu, to be honest with you. So I think we'll just set Tsukakaja and hope for the best. There we go. So we're moving things around a little bit, but that's okay. No big deal. Alright, now where are we? Okay, we're on the other side of the one that we were looking to get around there. And this is the correct way. So let's go this way. Let's see where this takes us. Another core shield hallway. Alright. I'm down. Let's go up here. Let's see, core shield. There we go. Wasn't sure if it was still active or not, so I said, yeah, I'll just go use it. And turns out it was worth it to do it because it wasn't still active. Okay, Phoenixes. So this is the one where... I mean, you could use Neural Shock now. That does pretty good damage, but CeeLo's MP is looking a little worse for wear, so I think what I'll do is I'll do this. And then we'll just do this. I probably should have... oh no, I couldn't Tsukakaja and do that because they're not weak to Miragion. If they were weak to it, I definitely could have Tsukakaja'd, but I could not. It's okay, though. Looks like this is the way forward, too, because you could actually hear the groaning just now, so... If you can hear the groaning on the other side, that means you're going in the correct direction, so... Maybe we should go check what was in that other direction, then. Like, go back through the core shield and see what was in that one door. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're still well away from getting those done, so... Alright, there's that. Let's see if any of these, like, bring me back or something. Well, that doesn't bring me back. What about this one? Okay, so that does bring me back to the hallway, which is a little bit less walking. Go through a black hole to save myself about 10 steps. Only in this game. Alright, so let's do this the way we've been doing it. So this should get CeeLo a little MP back once we... if we get this done correctly. Hopefully. Like, if he gets frightened from the gunshot, it'll set him up very nicely for CeeLo. Right, I don't have Tsukakaja. That's fine. Well, Sarah was frozen, so it's probably for the best that CeeLo dodged there. I'm just gonna try doing this. And then CeeLo, is this enough? Not quite. Okay, that's fine. Come to think of it, I'm not sure if enemies can dodge when they have basically any status effect on them, like not just like stun or anything, or frightened or anything like that, but I'm not sure if being like even like poisoned or something like cuts their dodge rate or something. I said like about 6 times in that sentence. Good lord, man. I need to slow down. Miragi on here. There we go. And Sarah, why don't you do that? Are these guys resistant to physical attacks? Let's see. Yes. Okay. So this might, yeah, not be enough. I'd love CeeLo to eat, and thankfully he dodged there, which should make it a lot easier to eat. There we go. Just gotta keep working Hades as much as we can, because that's 2 level 4s, so still, even in this dungeon where we get a lot of AP, it's still quite a bit, you know, to get those done. Oh, so that's why that... Okay, because that just sends us into the core shield hallway. Okay, I see. And did I don't think I can get that upper section of the room that's there. Excuse me. So I'm going to say fuck it and just leave it. The hallways... The room is filled out enough. Okay, and good thing, too, because the core shield is ending right there, so... let's go see what we can find out here. I'm going to save real quick, and then we'll see if we can move a little bit further ahead before we call it a day. It's funny, though, how, like, I mean, they obviously designed it intentionally this way, but you end up hitting up all of the small karma terminals in the exact same order as you would have if you went through this place normally. So it's just funny that that ends up being the way it is. So, oh, an unknown presence. Let's see what's in here. Oh, well, okay then. Actually, you guys are even easier than the last guys we fought, so I'm gonna not stay away. I'm just gonna do this and move along with my life. Goodbye. Yeah, some of these required battles in this game, it's like, why? What were you thinking? Did you think that was going to be something that was going to stop me from moving along or force me to think about anything? No. Okay, I don't hear anything, so this is the incorrect path. And that will throw us right out there. That's fine. Wow. Okay, so this one. Might want to leave this guy for CeeLo to eat, because he should be in range where CeeLo can do that. Can I do that, though, and still get through the rest of the fight? I don't know about that. Actually, you know what I could do? Is I was going to use Miragi on, but I'm pretty sure the Chimera, since he's used fire, he's probably resistant to that. Let's use Mazionga. Okay, and they're not resistant to that, so that's good to know for later. And there you go. You can get right through it. You don't even have to eat. I would have loved to have eaten there, but I didn't see how I could do that while also getting the maximum amount of money out of the fight, you know? Ooh, treasure room. Nice. Let's see what we got. Uh-oh. Monster in a box. Oh, just another race failure. Okay. Now we know how to handle this guy. And look, he's even going to do the hard part for me. Maybe. Never mind. Thought he was going to let me revert Sarah for free without even using one of my press turns. But no. My revert only hits when I don't want it to. I mean, that's just the law, though. That's just how these games work, basically. Like, it only hits when you don't want it to, like right now. Not that that matters particularly. We should be able to deal with this without any trouble anyway. Get some extra press turns. CeeLo, you can't quite get to the point where you can Medea, so I guess I'll just shoot him to death. Hopefully. Yeah, that's fine. Guns have iffy accuracy at best, even with Tsukakaja and Sukunda going. So. I could neural shock him, but I think he's almost dead, so... Yeah, he's almost dead. Why don't you toss a medical kit? Might as well use him, why not? And then that way I don't gotta use him after battle. And then see if CeeLo can finish it. Yeah, not quite. Okay. This is fine. Really looking for those battles where I'm fighting 3 legions, because, well, those battles are the ones where things are way easier in terms of eating everything. You just Mazionga and then go from there. Ooh, the follow-up ring. What does that do? Let's check it out. Actually, let me heal first. Heal CeeLo a little bit. So, new ring. Let's see. Follow-up ring. So this is actually really nice if you're hunting for Omoicons, because if you miss... Well, actually, not for Omoicons so much as if you're shooting things, because if you miss when using this, it doesn't reduce your press turns by 2. It reduces it by 1 only. Like, it just uses it up like it's a regular turn. So, it's not too bad. There is another one later on in the game that actually does a similar effect, except instead of it being missed attacks, it's for attacks that are voided or shielded in some way by the enemy. And that particular ring is really nice for Omoicon hunting, because that one will let you basically just say, no, I'm just gonna only use one of my press turns to do this to you, so yeah, it helps. Also, Smorgasbord Battle. Could use one of these, thank you. Ask and you shall receive, apparently. And almost done with Lightning. I think what we'll do is we'll finish Lightning and then we'll call it a day. So I'll just go back to the save point before we go down this hallway and see what's ahead. I'm going to fill it out a little, though. Okay, so there's a door. Let's just fill the hallway out and then we'll go there after we move along here. Let's go back here. Just run around in circles for a minute to get Lightning, and then we'll call it a day. Oh good, another Smorgasbord battle. Perfect. Oh, I like it. Let's see. We got 1 Frighten, 1 Shock, and 1 Normal. So we'll just have Gale do this. We'll have CeeLo do this. But can you do this? Yes. Yes, I can. Thank you for asking. And $10,000 and Dismute, Dissun, and some AP. I will take it. Very nice. CeeLo's almost done with Hades. Sarah's done with Lightning. That's very good. That's very good. So now let's just get back here. Okay, good. Didn't get into a fight on the way. That would have been just upsetting, but, I mean, you know. To be fair, this place is pretty upsetting. I mean, look at the walls and everything. God's corruption is causing quite a bit of havoc in this place. But will we be able to talk to God and soothe him in his anger? Or will there be something else blocking our path when we reach the bottom of the egg? Find out on the next episode of Digital Devil Saga 2, the Stream Edition, which will be happening tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'll get Sarah another mantra in between episodes, and it's probably just going to be, what's the level 4 one? Bolt Emperor, most likely. But I'll just get that for her in a minute, don't worry about it, and I'll have it when we get back for the next episode. So thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. Really like this place's music as well. It's certifiably creepy. Adds to the atmosphere very nicely. I feel like I'm playing Parasite Eve or something right now. I should really play that game one of these days. For the stream, I mean. Ah, well, maybe later.